That's $10,000, Connor. Ha ha! Yeah! Yeah! This show is not for sharpshooters. This show is a fucking machine gun. There's no chewy center to this show. It's all hard candy. This show is not a sniper on a fucking roof. This show is a drone taking out a village. Do not invite me into your house because I will come in and I will wreak fucking havoc. Hey, what's happening, Mike Schmidt, 40-Year-Old Boy Podcast. Let me say something, folks. It doesn't matter how funny this show is this week. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It doesn't matter what you feel. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter if you've got your iPod vagina plugged in. As long as those earbuds are in your ear and I am this close to your brain, as long as I am this close to being inside your head, as long as I am this close to you at all times, you are lucky. You are lucky to be here this week because, Jesus Christ, listen to my voice. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Literally, this shouldn't even be a podcast on the internet. This should be poured out of a Mrs. Butterworth's bottle. This is fucking gorgeous. Lily and I have been here talking, and we haven't started the show. And I should tell you, it is late. It is so late today, folks, because I got a late start. I didn't really. How do I explain this? I woke up today at 11. I have to go to the gym. You know that, folks. I go to the gym quite a bit now because things are changing. Things are getting into ship shape. I'll share this with you folks who don't go to Facebook. Why not? And I told Lily, I go, you know what, I should tell you this too. There may be a clip coming up later in this show. I have not decided. Lily keeps shaking her head no, and she's got the cattle prod out, and she's like, you're going to do a goddamn show. And I understand that, and I know that that's what you folks want, and that's terrific. However, I'm fucking burnt, a little burnt this week, because I didn't do anything. That's the thing, is usually if I live a life, and I go out and do stuff, and let's put it this way, I have things that I could tell you about, but then I would have to tell you about them, and that's fucking tiring, folks. I don't want to do that. Who the fuck wants to do that? Who the fuck wants to sit here and tell you some sort of anecdote and try to make it interesting and funny? You know what? One of these weeks, I'm just going to do a show, and when you'll download it, and you'll be like, "Why the fuck is the show 9 minutes long?" Because I will just say, "Hey, I bought a cake," and literally that'll be the whole story. And then I'll just tell you like a regular day, but just what I did instead of elaborating all the other dumb shit that I did. Like last night at the club, it was brutal. Lily did she did her fundraiser last night for the Monday Night Tease. It was the Tuesday Night Tease Hollywood Burlesque Festival fundraiser. And I showed up and I hosted the third segment. I was late. I was a little late because I was in Venice. I was at the beach running ribs. And I wasn't even working at the rib place. I just bought a bunch of ribs and I went to the beach in a trench coat and I held up who wants some? Who needs some right now? Who wants some ribs? Who wants a little cornbread? I got some cornbread crotched. That's how you do it. Keeps it warm. My crotch, not the bread. So, folks, then I was going to arrive late. It was a long show. There was like 30 performers, and I had told Lily I wanted to do the third segment anyway. But then I wound up working in Venice and delivering ribs to again junkies. I won't lie. I can't lie. There's a guy I deliver to, and I guarantee you, he's growing pot in his house. He has to be because did I talk about this guy? He won't. He just opens the door and kind of peeks out at me. That guy's hysterical. He orders all the time. He orders like 3 times a week. He can't order from his stove. He's got pot plants in it and just fucking. He's converted his fucking stove into a hyperbaric chamber. That doesn't seem right. Isn't that from Altered States? A hyperbaric chamber? I think it is. And that's an isolation tank, a sensory deprivation tank. And now we're on Joe Rogan's podcast. Let's talk about that for a minute, folks. He's got all sorts of crazy shit in his podcast. Why can't I do Joe Rogan's podcast? God damn it. I want to go there and do it. You know what's funny? There's a guy, I've talked about it on here, a listener who always writes Rogan and tries to get me on there, which is always nice. And I finally responded once to, I feel like I said this. Folks, it feels like a repeat. The show feels like a repeat, which is why when I say there might be a clip later. So stick around. There could be a clip. But you'll know, let's put it this way. You will know when the clip starts because my voice will not sound this good. Oh my God. Do me a favor. Sit on a speaker and turn this way up. Just for guys. I get a prostate stimulating voice. I don't know about the front of the ladies, but I'll definitely come in the back door on some dude with my voice. All right, so that doesn't sound good at all. All right, because I've tried it out. I won't lie. That was a job I used to have. I did. It wasn't really a job. They were testing guys' prostates, and they asked me to come in and just talk into a microphone and see if there was a way that it would work. They, by the way, the shadowy they. You don't want to know who they are. Oh my God, I didn't even ask. These just 4 dudes in a van were like, "Hey, come with us." I said, "Let's do it." They said, "Talk into this microphone and see if these guys get off." Yes, I'm in. That's where fucking the sex vampire Ramon first came from. They saw me. They said, get in the fucking van. It was like Henry Rollins. Get in the van. Done. It was a black flag operation, folks. All right, so I don't. I'll tell you this today. Why not? Let's talk about this. My landlady saw me naked today. That wasn't good.
What?
Not good, folks. It's my fault, really, because I'm naked. I have clothes. You'd think I'd wear them, right? Shouldn't I put them on? I'm not Lily, for Christ's sake. But, you know, folks, I've lost 40 pounds in 49 days, so why the fuck shouldn't I be naked? Let's talk about that for just a second, right? Yeah, that's right. You want to feel my arms? Who wants to feel my fucking arms? Right now, step up. Vascular. Yoked. That's like, you know, when guys are like, you know, they got the fist and like, I got, you know, the Jack Rogers here and the Jim Johnson here. It's like, nah, I got vascular on the left and yoked on the right. And nobody's going to fucking mess with me. All right, so. So yeah, I've lost a ton of weight, and it's funny. And someone wrote on Facebook, they were like, "How do?" This is the weirdest thing. How dyslexic is this person? And unless she was kidding, I have no idea. But I wrote because I had lost 40 pounds in 49 days because I weighed in yesterday, so I had lost 40 pounds in 49 days, and then I had lunch. Like I was in, like I said, I was at Barbecue House, and then I ordered food. I ordered a brisket sandwich because I don't. When I eat at Barbecue House, it's usually, like I said, it's a chicken fillet and spinach. And I'll get some mashed sweet potatoes, and I'll only eat like a couple of forkfuls of that. I'll finish the spinach, and I'll eat probably half the chicken fillet, and that's a decent lunch, right? That's okay. That's okay. And I'll eat that. But that's all I eat all day, besides yogurt and bananas, and fruits. I like fruits. I like all kinds of fruits. I'm eating pineapple. Oh my God, there's a spicy pineapple that I eat, folks. That's a spicy pineapple. Oh, mamma mia! That's a spicy pineapple. Italians would be furious at that, right? They don't want to have a spicy pineapple. Italians don't like pineapple. They don't eat fruit. They eat noodles and shit. That's all they eat. Right, Italians? I sent a CD to Italy. Hey, you, the guy in Firenze. Is it Firenze? Firenze. I don't know. I'm not from Italy. How do you tell? I like fruit. The entire nation of Italy has scurvy. All of them. That's why they're all bent over and they're like, Mamma mia, my back, it hurts. She hurts. Oh, my back, she hurts. When I sent the CD to that guy, he's all hunched over. I hope his mailbox is low. Otherwise, he'll never be able to reach it. Mamma mia, please, I handed the CD. The big angry. You know, if I'd recorded in Italy, what would I have called it? The big scurvy. So, have some vegetables, folks. Work in a vitamin or two, other than tomatoes. But you guys are fucking lycopene rich. Let's say that about the Italians. Can we say that? Can we all agree on that? They enjoy needles? I was going to say they enjoy needles. It's a nation of junkies. You guys like barbecue? Maybe you are. Maybe you do like needles. No, they like noodles. In Italy, they like noodles, and they like tomatoes. Tomatoes and noodles. That's it. Anything you could throw at a play, the Italians will eat. That fucking made me laugh. And you almost spit water. I don't know why that popped into my head. Who throws noodles at a play? Someone awesome? I want to do it. I want to go to a fucking play and hurl noodles at a guy. What noodles? Spaghetti noodles or fucking egg noodles? You know what I do? I go to 6 different plays. I throw 6 different noodles. A fucking handful of orchietta. That people don't even know that's a fucking noodle. They'll be like, what is this ear-shaped bullshit? That's right. Take it. That's what I think you and your bullshit play. Burn this. Handful of orchietta. Chucked at your fucking brain. All right, so is there anything you can throw at a play? Folks, honestly, I could end the show now, and you've gotten your money's worth. We should. Folks, you guys can get me at. I'd love to. That's a false exit. A lot of people right there, because, again, I'm really tight in their heads, and they're all, you know, and actually, the nation cried no. I could actually hear it. Not in Italy, though. They don't have the strength. They have too much scurvy. Eat an orange, you people. Although, you know what? You know why Italians don't eat oranges? The Godfather. They saw what had happened to Don Corleone. Guy put one orange in his mouth, he fucking kicked it. That was it. It was all over. So they went, mamma mia, we can't have the oranges. Look at what happened to Don Corleone. Come on. Honestly, that's even better than throwing shit at a play. I just came up with the Godfather and the goddamn fly eating a fucking orange. This way an entire nation has eschewed vegetables. They eschewed them, damn it. E-S-C-H-E-W-E-D, eschewed. It's better than cashewing them, which they do in China. Well, let's put it this way. I don't know if they cashew vegetables there, but I know they cashew my chicken, and it is delicious. There's a Golden Chopsticks by my house. You know, there's a Golden Chopsticks in every fucking town in America. Like, a block from my house, there's a Golden Chopsticks Chinese joint, which I can't eat anymore because it's literally death on a plate. You know what I mean? They just fucking, they're always like, oh, there's vegetables and stuff, and it's fancy. Yes, but you just dumped an entire box of cornstarch in there, motherfucker. It's like you made me a vegetable candy bar. But I used to go there, and I would get cashew chicken. But I would order extra cashews and extra almonds inside. and then the chicken, and then there's green peppers in it. Oh, it's delicious. You know who doesn't like that? Fucking Italy. They're like out. They like the chicken. They may like the cashews, but you know what they don't like in Italy? Orange chicken. Oh my God, they're out. Forget it. There was a point to some of this. So I'm here late, folks. It is a late start because I went to the gym today to bust it out. And I would tell you this, I bumped up my workouts. I'm working out an hour a day now and then doing the cardio after. And I'm 46. Holy shit, am I 46? I have never been more 46 than I am sitting here right now talking to you. Because at the gym, man, I'm hitting it hard and trying to lift and doing, and so I like my trainer John. And then he mixes up when we're doing because it was funny. We would do the half-hour workouts, and I would say to him, dude, I'm not sore anymore after these. Like, I'm not sore at all. He goes, well, because you should be working out more. I said, all right, well, how do we fix that? And he's like, well, you should just do like a half hour on your own after when we're done. And I went, no, seriously, how do we fix this? And he said, well, I'm serious. You should do another circuit or another round of what we just did. And I said, dude, I can't. I'm not. That's why you're here. You yell at me, and I only do it to make you happy. Like I'm not kidding. I have deep-seated mental issues, and I need the approval of somebody. I can't just do it on my own. Who gives a fuck if I approve of what I did? I don't. I need a guy to just nod and go, yeah, that was good, Mike. Good job. And you know what's funny? I really need that. It's so fucking terrible, and it gets to who I am as a person. But I need attaboys from dudes, like or anybody, quite frankly. I need my trainer to go, good job today, or nice job working out, or whatever. And I mean my trainer. I don't want fake Tom Skerritt coming over and going, hey, good buddy, I saw you working hard today, and yeah, and get fucking jacked. And you know what? He still comes up and says hello. He's still a very nice person. He could not be nicer. And because look. It's going to take more than a wayward right hook to fucking take the cheer out of fake Tom Skerritt, right? We all know that. When you see a fake Tom Skerritt and he's happier than the fucking day is long, then you realize no matter what you do to him, you're not going to fucking make him sad. It doesn't matter. He's going to be chipper, and he's going to walk in, and he's going to do his time on the treadmill and then hang out for 3 hours and say hi to everybody. He's only there to work out his lungs. That's what that guy's there. God damn, the gym is so funny and it's so predictable because there's just those dudes who hang out for like 4 hours and don't lift at all, but then they'll go deadlift 650 pounds, and then they'll walk around and talk to everybody and pretend that they're fucking yoked. But they are yoked. There's dudes with huge fucking arms. God damn it. I was in Venice the other day. I was at the beach. Here's what I did at the beach the other day, folks. I bought donuts at the beach because there's a place that serves, like, they make fresh donuts for you when you walk up. And so I bought fucking 60 donuts. I bought them and I brought them back to my work, and I gave them to the kitchen, and I gave them to the floor staff. I ate one. I won't lie. So that's what I was talking about when I ordered my lunch yesterday. So I had a brisket sandwich and macaroni and cheese. What are you doing?
That's just really nice of you.
To do what?
To buy donuts for the guys at work.
It's $10, and people are really nice, and they're cooking in the heat.
That's just a nice thing.
Well,
you're a good guy.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of camaraderie at this place, which is really neat, and the kitchen staff is nice. And also, I'll tell you this: they cook for you. The kitchen staff cooks your food. They cook for me. They cook for the wait staff. They cook for everybody, and they do it pleasantly, and they go cool, and they make it and they hand it to you. There's never any beef. There's never any we're closed, or dude, the fucking grill's off, or man, we're busy. They don't give a fuck. They're super nice, and they make the food. And I'll tell you, that's a million times more than I did when I was a cook. I was a fucking terrible cook. Because I would cook for the wait staff, and then they didn't tip me out. They would even tip out the fucking. I told this story when the fucking that one chick appointed herself, and I hit her in the face with the fucking dollars. I wasn't a good person a long time ago, folks. Not that I'm a good person now. But I can tell you, a long time ago, I was truly a miserable guy. I wasn't miserable. I was fucking hilarious. But and it was funny, the noise it made when the fucking dollar bills ricocheted off her face. All right, anyway, so.
Good story.
Good story. By year 3? I don't know. I don't know if Rich is up to that recap yet. Rich will know. Rich will tell maybe. He'll tell everybody. Tell maybe. I don't know. My voice got all fucked up there. Not my voice, my mouth. It's as if there were a chip in the bottle of wine, but inside was still the most beautiful wine you've ever tasted in your life. That's what's going on right now. My mouth is a little screwed up. The vessel. It's not what's pouring out of the vessel. There's a chip in the Mrs. Butterworth bottle. Why'd I say wine? I should have said Mrs. Butterworth. That's not even syrup, right? That's just like maple water. It's fucking awful, correct? Yeah. You got to buy real, because that's the thing. You always get so used to junk. It's like I told you that thing about when I was eating Hershey bars, and Danielle Koenig was like, why would you eat that garbage? Like, there's like amazing chocolate bars out there. And I go, because that's what fucking 8-year-old me wants. That's it. The same thing with syrup. It's like if you grew up eating Mrs. Butterworth, it's like, this is the best syrup I've ever had. And then someone pours actual maple syrup on your plate, and you're just like, well, Jesus just came in my mouth. That's fucking weird. So I at work like I mentioned at work, I ordered a lunch. I put on Facebook that I'd lost 40 pounds in 49 days. And so I ordered a lunch. I ordered a brisket sandwich and I ordered macaroni and cheese. And I ate 3 bites. I ate 3 bites of the brisket sandwich and 3 bites of macaroni and cheese, and I was out. And you know, and this is going to sound stupid. Erica, 2 listeners, Erica and Hannah, who were very nice. They wrote on my page, they're just like, oh my God, that's, you know, it looks like an amazing lunch and congratulations. And then I even wrote, I had 4 bites of each. I think I wrote that because I wanted to lie and make it look like I ate more. I don't know. I don't even know why. It was this stupid thing. Well, of course I do. We talked about that. You know what I mean? I'm not averse to chewing up a cornbread and spitting it out. Why not? Well, look, I don't spit it into my hand or onto a plate in front of everybody. I'm not a fucking animal. I'm not a fucking, you know, mama bird. It's like, you know, you just do it and you kind of, you know, adjust yourself and there you go. It goes away. Yes, I know. Everybody yells. Everybody's got an opinion about what I should do food wise, and they're yelling at me. And people are like, "Yay, congratulations!" But I hope you're taking care of yourself. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm breathing. I'm walking. I'm talking. Listen to this voice. Am I not taking care of myself? Jesus Christ! You know what? That's why I sound so good. I lost 40 pounds. It was all in the lungs. It took the weight off my lungs because before I was all, you know, when I would talk, it would come through my nose because my crushing midsection was destroying my lungs, and then my voice would come crawling out of my nose because there was no space for it to get out of my fucking throat. My epiglottis put up a roadblock. But now, folks, now you're getting full-throated Mike Schmidt. And listen, and isn't it glorious? Isn't it fucking glorious? Full-throated Mike Schmidt. Rich, deep, full. But someone wrote on my page too. She wrote, because I wrote that I lost 40 pounds in 49 days. And she's like, how do you lose 49 pounds in 40 days? And I was kind of so taken aback by it that she got the numbers wrong when they were right there on the top of the page that I didn't comment back yet. I didn't, because I was going to say, well, I didn't lose. Like, I wanted to have an argument with her for some reason. And because like, that's what I do on America's Yearbook, folks. I argue with everybody. I will say this just because I was proud of it. It made me laugh today. Our friend Kelly M. Lawrence on Facebook, when I was sitting downstairs waiting to park and come upstairs, it's so funny. I talked to Lily. I'm like, this is why people think I'm a dick. All right. Because I don't mind, I'll post silly shit and I hope that they get it. Because I figure if people are my friends on Facebook, they are people who like what I do. So they also kind of know that I'm a fucking jagoff sometimes. And this isn't even that mean. This isn't mean. It was just a silly thing to write. But when you bust somebody's balls and you don't know them, and especially me, because again, for a lot of you, I'm just a fucking voice in the ether. Like, you know, some people I've met, some people I've eaten with, some people actually have my phone number. It's fucking weird and crazy. But there are people out there who choose not to get close to the guy who lives in their iPod, and good for you. And by the way, this is stupid. Now, I told you when I go deliver fucking ribs and shit, I got to call people a lot of the time because nobody has a fucking buzzer in their house. So I started calling people, but I blocked my number because I think I'm somebody and I don't want them to have my phone number. I don't even know why I did it, but I just blocked it. I was like, yeah, fuck this. I'm tired of calling these people in it. But the problem is, nobody answers a phone call from a blocked number. So I'll call people 7 times. But here's who I am as a guy. Rather than unblock my number then and call, I will call my work and go, hey, can you call these people and tell them I'm downstairs? Because I've called them 7 times and they won't come to the door. And they go, okay, great. And then they'll call them and the person will come downstairs. They go, oh, your number comes up as blocked. And I'm like, uh-huh. Because, I mean, so? You said explicitly, have him call me when he arrives. Who else is calling you at 9:30 at night from a fucking blocked number? You want your coleslaw? Come downstairs. Answer the motherfucking phone. And yeah, that's my own little fucking square box of entitlement, but I don't fucking care, goddammit. If I'm calling you, you told me to call. You knew I was a scorpion. All right. So, yeah. So, what was I saying? Where was I going with that? What did I talk about before I veered off into those people? Oh, yeah. So Kelly M. Lawrence, our friend, she put up this post on Facebook. And again, it's not even that funny, but it's funny to me only in context. Here's why it's not funny. If her friend posted it, you'd be like, yay, we're all friends. But to have a guy she's never talked to out of the blue that she only listens to on the podcast comment on something, it's got to be fucking ridiculous. So all she wrote was, hey, has anybody out there ever started a book and after the first chapter went, nope, this isn't for me? It's only happened to me a couple of times. And I just happened to be in my car when it came up on Facebook. So I immediately posted, I just did that with this post. Because it's funny to me to make fun of people and bust their balls a little bit. But then I realized I'm like, Kelly M. Lawrence. Oh, she doesn't know me, really? And yet I still put it. Bullshit. You know what? I wrote. No. I said I did that with this post. I didn't say just because you guys love brevity, folks. As I've mentioned, editing. Editing is important. And I just wrote I did that with this post. And I know because here's the thing. I'm hoping she read it and was like, hooray! How funny! The guy who lives in the iPod talked to me because I know if I read it, I'd be like, who the fuck is this jagoff? And why is he leaping in here with some sort of smart ass comment? Because I read everything that way, everything there is. Like just now, I read Lily a post that somebody had put on my Facebook wall, and I was like, can you believe this? And I read it, and she just goes, that's really nice. And I go, no, it's like now I made myself look like I'm weak, and I need people to fucking pick me up. And she's like, no, you're incorrect. That was a nice thing to say. She genuinely meant that. Whatever. Bullshit. That's what I say. Mamma mia, that's wrong. I'm excellent at accents. So, folks, there was a point. We were getting around to something. We were talking about something. Being at the gym, I was on the treadmill today, and I'm old, man. I feel it. I'm feeling it. So I was lifting today. So I worked for an hour, and we did everything. We did fucking lifting. Anyway, I worked out with him for half an hour, and then I told him, dude, I'm not sore. And he's like, you got to do more working out. And by the way, listen to that, folks. I've lost 40 pounds in 49 days, working out for like a half hour a day, and then putting in, of course, 45 minutes on the treadmill after for 2 3/4 miles.
How many days a week?
The treadmill?
Just working out. How many days a week?
Well, I want to bump it up to 4.
So you're doing 3 right now.
It's been 3.
On a regular basis. That's awesome.
Well, not on a regular basis. That's another thing. Because, well, here's why. Because I will get called into work. So I have 3 appointments a week, and then I'll have to text him on Thursday morning and go, dude, they called me into work, and because I can't turn down cash at this point. So and I tell you what, flexible, totally cool, completely understanding. And I told him, I go, dude, I'll text you sometimes at 4 in the morning to tell you that I can't come. And he's just like, that's fine. And I will tell you this, I'm so fried. I was so fried because I went in Tuesday and with the CD coming out. By the way, I don't know if I've mentioned this. The CD, The Big Angry, is available right now, and you can get it on Amazon. You can get it in iTunes. You can get it from me through my website. And people, again, are very nice. You know what? Our friend Kelly M. Lawrence actually wrote me. That's all I did. I referred to Kelly M. Lawrence the entire day. And she said, hey, I'm going to buy the CD. I'm wondering how you get the biggest cut. And so Kelly M. Lawrence, if you're listening right now, if you haven't tuned me out completely because I busted your balls on your fucking book post, I will tell you now to purchase it through the website because through the website it's $15, but that covers shipping and everything else, and also you get the questionable value of my autograph. I don't know if that means anything to you, Kelly M. Lawrence. Perhaps you want it so you can draw like a face with fangs on my face or something. Perhaps you want to deface me at this point because I've gone ahead and had some fun with your post. But either way, I would say get it from the website because then I will ship it to you and it'll be fun. And people are very nice. The CD, like I said, people were buying the download and also buying the physical copy, which is ridiculous to me. But I went through 3 different waves of shipping. And then I'll tell you this, as we speak right now, late on a Wednesday night, not too late, but certainly late enough. Late for some of you. If you live on the East Coast, it may be late. If you live in London, it's fucking horribly late. You hear that, Ron Wood? And I don't mean Ron Wood from the Rolling Stones. Also, I just thought about that. No, here's what Ron Wood did. Ron Wood is our friend in England, and he has always been very nice, and he wants me to come to England, along with a lot of other people that are over there who are very nice and very pleasant. And I would love to come to England. That would be fucking amazing. However, at this point, folks, unless you need ribs, I'm not going to be making it over there. You do that. You know what? Call the store, order some ribs, and tell me to bring them over. That's how I get there. That's how I get to see you guys. What are you making a face for?
I think you should do your next tour as the rib tour.
What, and bring ribs to people?
Yeah, I think you should travel across the country and do comedy and bring ribs.
Well, no, then I'm a food comic. Nobody likes a fucking food comic.
Okay.
Nobody. We've talked about that before. There was a comic, Jimmy Pardo and I used to talk about that all the time, and I think we may have actually mentioned it on Never Not Funny. There are comics that are food comics, and it's funny. This will get back to something we just said. I told you I bought donuts for the crew and all that because they're very nice and they step up and they cook food for you. That could look like a kiss ass move too, but I was trying to be nice to the floor staff and people like that because and also because donuts. Again, like I said, it was $10. But if you're a comedian and you do that, you're the fucking worst of all time, in my opinion. There was a comic.
Wait a minute, you bought donuts to the fucking Never Not Funny thing.
But that was for a bit. That's a bit.
Yeah, that was a bit.
No, I'm talking about ingratiating comics who work at a club on the road and then they wind up buying pizza for the staff, and you're just like, you are not funny. Obviously, you're not funny ever because your act couldn't carry you, so you had to go ahead and buy fucking chicken wings for the whole fucking crew. Terrible, awful. Fucking hang it up. Hang up your microphone. Throw it over your shower rod, and then tie a noose in it and fucking hang yourself. Carradine yourself. Pringe yourself. Do something. Did Prince hang himself, or he shot himself? You know what? Freddie Prinze Jr. is going to hang himself. I have a premonition. I'm like walking in the stand. Freddie Prinze. All right, so, yeah, so food comics, awful. Like, because they're just those guys who come in and they're like, 'cause we would come into a club, you know, like a couple weeks later, and they'd be like, oh my God. And there was one comedian in particular that he drove us crazy. And I knew this guy when I started. There were guys, you know, in Orange County and here in Los Angeles that I kind of ran with, and this guy was always on the periphery of that, and he was working at other clubs, but he was always getting work, but then we'd go into a club and they'd be like, oh, you should have been here a couple of weeks ago when this guy was here and he bought pizza for the whole staff like 2 days in a row. And I'm like, yes, so you wouldn't fucking give a bad report about how fucking awful a comedian he was. Because he was grim. I'm just terribly unfunny. And let's put it this way. He may have changed. I haven't seen him in years. He may have hung up his wallet and stopped buying pizza for everybody in the goddamn room because he realized he had to write some jokes. I don't know how it works. But I can't say his name. Spike Rizzo. Anyway, he was that guy who was just grim and unfunny and terrible. And he could be good now. He could be great. It's so funny. I'll do that. I'll Google these dudes that I used to work with a million years ago. There was a guy that we hated. Let's put it this way. There was a guy we liked. We really liked him. He was a nice guy, but I hated him because he had support from his family. So he could go do one-nighters for like $10 or $5 and not have to worry about getting up the next morning and going to fucking coast-to-coast terminals in Irvine, California and trying to be the AR guy, the worst AR guy in the history of the business. That was me. Hi. I talked about that in here, right? I worked. The only good thing was my boss thought he was a bounty hunter, so he was never in the fucking office, and he would be disappeared, so I could just do what the fuck I wanted. I'd have a sandwich and read the paper. All right. I have no idea why the company was still afloat because I never collected any of the accounts that were receivable. I would never call anybody by year one or year two. Year two, maybe? I don't know. Are you looking up Spike? Is that what you're doing? I'm sure he probably works all over the place. He's probably a very popular guy, and he may be very funny now. But I know in the past it was a fucking whiff. Guy was a brick, and I just lied. There's no way he's funny now. All right, so so terrible. Yeah, cut to him having the most impressive podcast in the history of podcasts and destroys mine. Just like I'm Judge Smales in my tiny little boat, and he's Rodney Dangerfield and just fucking swamps me, just crushes me. Hey, we're all gonna get laid, and I'm gonna buy pizza for everybody who works here. Good for you, Spike. So, by the way, there's only one person who got something from a couple of weeks ago. It was my friend Russ. I don't even know why I want to tell people, because it's like I'll do things for me just to see if anybody picks it up. And because folks, look, I'm a mystery wrapped in a riddle, wrapped in an enigma. I think we all know that. I'm a puzzle box, folks. Crack me open. There's a fortune in me. And it'll tell you your future, and it'll give you some lotto numbers that you need. Because God, why do the Chinese care if I win the lotto? All right, so in bed. I would love to win the lotto in bed. Oh, the payoff.
That's the name of the show. I would love to win the lotto in bed.
Well, right now, I'd love to do anything in bed, quite frankly. Fuck, I'd love to have a bed. I got no bed. I got a fucking half a balloon that's so sadly uninflated in my bedroom, and I sleep in a chair. All right, so. And it's so funny. If you take the elements of the show and you really think about it, you're like, this guy delivers ribs for a living and sleeps in a chair. Like, I don't have any business telling anybody any sort of comedy or being funny in any way. You know what I mean? Because everybody else has TV shows and they write and they're on these amazing things and they're all doing great things. And there I am, keep it indie with Mike Schmidt. The guy delivers ribs and he sleeps in a chair. Let's listen to that motherfucker. He's miserable. That's awesome. That's what the key to the show is. I want to hear if this guy ever solves this shit. He's never gonna. This fucking book has a terrible ending. It doesn't, though. This book has an amazing ending. And I'll tell you what, even if this doesn't have a good ending, listen to the voice that brings you this book. Oh my God, folks. Who wants to fuck my voice right now? Everybody. Ladies and men alike. Say it again?
Everybody.
I thought you said nobody. I was going to be very disappointed. Everybody at the club getting tipsy, and then they're coming to my house and they're fucking my voice. All right, so.
On the chair.
Is that on the chair? That's right. That's the thing, is I can't even bring a chick home. Like, I mean, I could, but then I'd be like, hey, we're going to do this all standing up. I hope you don't mind. I could only fuck small chicks. That's the thing. I can only because I got to pick them up. Because I mean, I can put them on my shoulders. You know, I can handle that. That's fine. The move works for any size. I can pull that off. I got strong legs. But the logistics of being able to fuck a chick standing up, that's well, I mean, I guess she could bend over. See, it's so funny. My mind immediately went to having to lift her up and fucking wear her like a belt and fuck her that way. But in all reality, I could just fucking she could just grab a chair and turn around. Right? That's right. That's the way it works usually. Do me a favor. Here's how romantic I am. Grab a chair and turn around. All right. Is it okay? Look, I'm always very polite when I bring home some stranger. Is it all right with you if I finish on your back? That's what I always say. Oh my gosh. That's a lie. I don't want to finish on anybody's back. That's awful. That's not fun. I have to see your eyes when I humiliate you. All right. So anyway, it's so terrible. That's not true, folks. You know, I'm a tender lover. All right. So I am. I'm so good with everything. All right. Well, I have to be. You have to compensate. You got to do the best with what you got, as my friend David Lee Roth would say. So, folks. What I was going to tell you was Tuesday. Yesterday. That's yesterday. I showed up at the gym. I had a workout scheduled for yesterday. It's hard to make. Like I said, I have to work and I don't have to work, and it's fucking brutal. So to do the hour-long workout, like a half hour, he can just fucking jam me in wherever he wants. He just says, hey, turn around and grab a chair. I'll jam you in wherever you want. Let's get this workout underway. Turn around and grab a chair. Done. But I say to him, look, we were trying to find hour windows because he's a very busy guy. And he said, well, I have Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning.
Yikes.
And I said, done. Let's do it. Because I had to do it that early because I had to work. Like, he could have probably seen me later in the afternoon, but I had to do a double in Venice yesterday. So I said, dude, that's fine. I'll take it. 8:30. Let's do it. I just commit to everything. And then I hang up the phone and I go, fuck, why did I do that? Because, folks, as I am writing out CDs and signing CDs, by the way, it's funny. I'm sore from the gym. Like I said, I've never felt more 46. But the two prevalent injuries that I have right now are not from the gym. I have driving neck from turning my head and looking behind me and trying to change lanes or make turns or just merge. And so I have driving neck, my left shoulder, my left trapezius, folks. If you go ahead and get a medical book, I'll wait. There's soreness in my left trapezius. And then I have general malaise, general body soreness, general malaise. Wasn't he a cartoon character? Did we name him? Or no, General Gist. That was General Gist. We came up with him a while ago. But there's a general malaise in my neck. My neck has ennui. My neck is dispassionately just moving through life. So I have an ennui in my neck. I have a terrible thing. Oh, remind me. Just say puzzle, and I'll remember. All right. But also, folks, so I have this is terrible. It sounds so bad because I have a general, like, my whole body is just kind of stiff, but I'm lifted, but it's not sore. And fuck, if you could feel my arms right now. Good. Fucking huge. Yeah, I see your bicep. Mine are fucking round again. It's fucking awesome. All right. It's so funny because it's only been a month and you're just like, yeah, whatever. But then all of a sudden you catch that look in the mirror and you're like, hey, which we'll get to my lady seeing me naked in a minute. But, so I have driving neck. And this will sound really repulsive to all of you. And believe me, this is the true definition of fake celebrity problems. I have autographed shoulder. Because so many of you were very nice and you bought the Big Angry from my website. And so I had to sign it for you. And as I'm writing on the CDs and I'm signing my name and all of a sudden I realize my right shoulder is like kind of fucked up. Like it's all stiff. And it's from signing my name over and over. Like I can't even... It's the definition of stupid. I mean, literally, just I have autograph shoulder. But also, it's the definition of old. That's how old I am as a person. Because I'm fucking signing CDs, and then my shoulder goes on the fritz, and that's not good, folks. Nobody wants a fritzy shoulder. And by the way, Fritzy Shoulder, that was the true name of the Red Baron, the pilot, the Red Baron. It was Fritz Shoulder. Oh, Snoopy, how dare you shoot down Fritz Shoulder? Oh, Fritzy Shoulder. All right, so yeah, I have driving neck and autograph shoulder. Jesus Christ, I'm a fucking mess. So I go to the gym, and so I went yesterday. I had an 8:30 a.m. schedule, so signing the CDs, and then also working double shifts and things like that. And then because when I come home, I can't just go to sleep in the big chair. I need to unwind. I need to relax. I have a scotch. I have a cigar. That's how I do my things. That's why I have this voice right now, folks. Oh my God. Tell me this voice doesn't just sound like you melted butter in a skillet and then poured it down my throat. God damn it, I sound amazing, right? That might be hot. That might be warm. But then it gets the vocal cords a sizzling, and that's what we've got here today, folks. We got a sizzling vocal cords. I got a Fritzy shoulder and sizzling vocal cords. That's the worst bluegrass band who ever lived. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Fritzy shoulder and the sizzling vocal cords. Ding 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 ding. I don't know why they're playing Riders in the Sky on banjo, but they are. Goddammit, because that's what they open with. Why would they open with their own fucking song? They hold you off. Fritzy shoulder and the sizzling vocal cords don't want to start with their material. They start with a famous song to hook you in, then boom, they hit you with the Fritzy originals. By the way, the Fritzy originals are the backup singers. It's Fritzy shoulders and the sizzling vocal cords, along with, please welcome, Penny, Jenny, and Lulu, the Fritzy originals. They're out there singing their fucking hearts out for you, folks, for you. And I know you're saying, why does a bluegrass band need backup vocals? Who knows? But when Penny, Jenny, and Lulu want to join your band and go on the road with you, do you turn them down? You ever been in a fucking tour bus with just the fucking Fritzy shoulders and the sizzling vocal cords? The place reeks. You need an air of perfume. You need some lightness. You need some lovely ladies to look at. You can't just stare at fucking Earl Scruggs and Lester Flatt and fucking Fritzy shoulders and these sizzling vocal cords. You need some cheesecake. You need some eye candy on stage. By the way, eye candy open for Fritzy shoulders and the fucking sizzling vocal cords. I'm going to sub-reference this all fucking day and then we're done. So I'm staying up late is my point. I come home and I try to relax with, like I said, scotch and bourbon and a cigar. And we get this voice. Oh my God, this voice is so unbelievable. It's so great. You know who I sound like? Actually, no, I don't sound like that. I listen to Sirius XM in the car. And folks, listen, they have the original MTV VJs on there. Perhaps you know them as Mark Goodman, who is Rick Springfield's best friend. And you may know them as Martha Quinn, who still looks like she should live in a tree. And then, of course, there's Alan Hunter, who you may know as the living definition of linoleum, like truly the most boring thing ever to exist. Alan Hunter is he always has some weird anecdote. It's so funny. I don't know how that guy's been a broadcaster for 30 years. I mean, he's got the voice and he's made his name off MTV, but Jesus Christ, the guy has nothing to say, nothing original at all. It's so grim. He's just a fucking pillowcase, that guy. And then they have Nina Blackwood. And you may recognize Nina Blackwood as the original voice of Reagan in The Exorcist after she was possessed. Because Nina Blackwood, she should change her name because obviously she's been working in a coal mine since MTV. She's Nina Black Lung because I don't know what she's done to her voice. It is so, because here's the thing. It's always bad when she's talking and then you hear this. In between every sentence, she has this gulp of air that has to go in, and it doesn't fully get into her throat because it's all been sealed off with gunk. I don't know if she's just smoked for years. I don't know if she fucking swallowed molten lava because it is the deepest, raspiest, heaviest. It makes Brenda Vaccaro sound like fucking Simon the Chipmunk. I mean, it is crazy. Everybody right now is like, who's Brenda Vaccaro? Who cares? Brenda Vaccaro used to do these commercials for, was it tampons or something? And she had this really deep voice, but the funniest part was people would, I think it was a disc jockey in Chicago. It might have been Steve Dahl. I don't think it was Howard Stern, but I think it was Steve Dahl in Chicago. He isolated the track where she'd go, in between when she would talk, she would be wheezing, trying to speak and get out this fucking thing about tampons. And maybe she was just so horrified that she was lowered to doing a fucking tampon commercial after being in Midnight Cowboy. I don't know. Hey, I'm talking here, folks. All right, so... But Nina Blackwood, Jesus Christ, she sounds like what I would imagine if a dragon could talk. That's what Nina Blackwood sounds like. Because it's just this raging fire. You know what she has? Sizzling vocal cords. That's what she's got. All right. So I've been staying up later, which I don't want to do, but I've had to stay up to catch up. Like, because I'll work a double, and then I come home, and then I have to sign CDs, and I have to make sure I can. Because I mean, like I can fall behind in email. And I could probably fall behind in Facebook messages. Probably that belongs nowhere in that sentence. I fall behind in Facebook messages. And I should tell you this too. Don't blame me. Blame Mark Zuckerberg. Because I told you all I would personally thank you all for your birthday greetings. And then I went in to do it and I can't access the posts. They've made it into this weird thing where I thought I could scroll down my wall and find all the, and just the wall would keep going. No, man, it jumps. Because I'll tell you this. Because I started posting more on Facebook and then other people are posting on my wall. So... what I used to do on Thursday mornings when I would post about, that I was playing live somewhere or to get you to join the fan club or to post the 40-year-old boy. Well, I didn't want to copy and paste the fucking link every day or every week. So I would scroll down and find the previous one and hit share. And then I would just type something in the box and hit there you go. And it would come up on there. Well, now this happens all the time now. I scroll down and I only get a week full of posts. And because there's been a week full of people writing me or me writing jokes, I can't access last week's posts until I go in. There's a place you can go in and it says Mike's history, but then there's no share button. When I see it says Mike posted a link, but it won't let me share that on my page, so I have to fucking cut and paste it and go back and do it. So folks, when I try to bring you entertainment on Facebook, it winds up fucking me in the long run. So blame fucking Zuckerberg for me not being able to say, hey, thanks for happy birthday. Because and true, this was a month ago, so I probably should have done it a lot sooner. But don't nod your fuck. You know what I've been doing. Jesus Christ, I work fucking 50 hours a week. I work 50 hours a week, and that's why people should pay attention to my comedy. Because I'm a fucking loser. A goddamn loser who works 50 hours a fucking week. Jesus Christ. All right, so. But it doesn't, look, you can't deny that I'm funny, right? All right. You can deny it? You just started.
No, I'm laughing.
But here, listen to me. This is literally the perfect microcosm of the show. I said, you can't deny that I'm funny. And Lily started nodding and yawning.
I was agreeing, and then a yawn came on.
Nodding
I've been juicing.
and yawning. You can't disagree. You can't agree that I'm funny. Yeah, I can actually think that you're not very funny. I don't think.
Agree, you can't not think
Yeah.
that. And then it just came because I'm juicing and I'm tired all the time.
Yeah, blame juice.
I blame juice.
Sure you do. All right. Do you blame the movie Juice?
No.
Okay. Do you blame the movie Menace to Society?
No.
Hmm.
I blame actual juice.
Oh, I see the actual physical product of juice.
Yes.
All right. Just making sure. I don't want you to point. Don't want you pointing the finger of cinematic blame. So I've been staying up later because I can fall behind in those other things, but I cannot fall behind in shipping the CDs because you've paid money, and I want it in people's hands because, like I said, it's really cool that you're buying it. It's more important to me that you listen to it and you like it. And I should tell you this. Again, getting back to me being able to read things very poorly and not and be able to twist anything I want into something bad. I have a friend named Suzanne. Suze is a good friend, and I just had lunch with her a couple of weeks ago, and we split a cookie. That was what I had with her. We went for coffee, and because again, eating is for the week. So she and I split a vegan gluten cookie. That's what we did. We split the opening of Rock of Ages by Def Leppard. That's what we had. I went and I said, I'll take a vegan gluten globin. And they handed it to me. It was delicious. All right. Folks, I got something to say. It's better to burn out than it is to fade away. All right.
Oh my Christ.
Rise up, gather round. Let's rock this place to the ground. Speaking of that, let's talk about that for just a second, folks. What do rock stars do inherently besides play music and fuck women or guys, whoever they want to fuck? They fuck everything and they play music. What else do they do? This is really more of a question for Fritzy Shoulder and the Sizzling Vocal Cords, but they're not here. So I put it to you, folks. What do rock stars do? What is the first thing you think of when you think of rock stars on the road? Debauchery, partying, and what is the legendary cliche that all rock stars involve themselves in? Destroying hotel rooms. Yes. I was driving here in Los Angeles the other day, and I happened upon a truck. And on the side of the truck, it said, "Rock and Roll Movers." Movers that rock. And their symbol was a skull with crossbones, but not crossbones, folks. Skull with crossed hand trucks behind it. And even their phone number was 323-264-ROCK. So these movers rock, and the only thing I can think about with rock stars, like I said, is fucking Bob Geldof and Pink Floyd The Wall throwing guitars and televisions out the fucking window. Do I want these guys moving my furniture? I think not. I have one chair. I sleep in it. Do I want them throwing it out of a fucking third floor window? I don't think I do. Rock and roll movers.
No.
Give me classical movers. Give me Quiet Storm movers. You know what? The Quiet Storm movers can move me. That's fine. If the Spinners want to come over and move some shit, that's great. I'm in. I actually called them yesterday. They're working their way over to the house right now, babe. With a burning love inside. I don't even, folks, on the fly. On the fucking fly. And I gotta be honest, I don't even think the Spinners are Quiet Storm, but I don't care. I threw them in. And if you don't like it, I'll walk. I'll take out of here. I'll bail. I'll leave right now. Hand me down my walking cane. You're going to groan me? Really? You, of all people. Just leave. Just fucking leave if you don't want to be here.
But I'm gonna groan that one.
My friend Suze. who's a quality supporter of this show, and she's always nice. She's actually donated money. She's bought past seasons, even though she's my friend, and she does not need to do those things. And I tell her that all the time. And then she says to me, I support the things that I love. And I love you, and I love your show, and I want to be able to do that. Because she goes to the Never Not Funny thing all the time. She's great friends with Jimmy and Pat, and she's our friend, period. And I'm her friend outside of this nonsense. You know, we went and had a fucking Rock of Ages cookie together. So she, Jesus Christ, I'm funny to me. That's it, literally. You're here because you're paid to be here, sort of. Who's paying you? Somebody paying you? I hope to God they are, because you need it to sit through this nonsense. And let's face it, this entire show was saved by the Don Corleone scurvy Italian run fucking 45 minutes ago, right? Was that 45 minutes ago? I don't even know. Don't tell me. Don't tell me where we're at. So my friend Suze went ahead and bought the CD, and so I sent it off to her. And first of all, I chili dipped her name on the signature. I've done that a couple times. Did I tell you that? I wrote our friend Mary Beth Kirk bought the CD. And so I wrote Mary Beth, and I signed a thing to her, and then I signed my signature. And for some reason, the DT came out like an asterisk in Schmidt, like it was all wrong. And I went, oh, I'm not sending this out. So I had to re-sign a different one for her. And now my personal copy of the CD says, Mary Beth, thanks, Michael Glenn Schmidt asterisk. Schmidt asterisk. And then, so I wrote, and actually there was a guy named Andrew, I think, a person named Andrew wrote it, and I wrote, and the marker kind of bled, because I will be honest with you, I'm signing a lot of these, so your hand gets a little lazy. So I wanted to write, I write the same thing on all of them, because it's like, I was going to get crazy and start personalizing shit, and then I'm like, dude, you got to sign so many of these, just do it. So when I signed Andrew's name, I fucked up his name. And so I actually wrote Andrew, and then I don't even remember what I did to it, but then I wrote, let's try that again. Andrew. Like, I actually wrote that on the CD. Because I was like, you know what? This is $15 and I can't fucking throw it away. I can't just keep fucking this up. And so I hope people see the humor in that. And it's so funny, whenever people put their autographs on online, I know when I wrote that. Because some of them got the lazy G in Glenn in my middle name. Because there's the G with the hook, and then some of them just got a G that goes right into the L, that goes right into the scribble, and then we're done. And the first two CDs I signed were our friend John Waltz, who is currently at this moment wearing a set of boxing gloves, and he's battling cancer in a ring. And he's ahead on points. I will tell you that John's ahead on points. It's a long fight, but John is ahead on points right now. And our friend Casey Bills, they were the first two people who signed or purchased the CD. So they were the first two that I signed. And so I must apologize to them for the way their signatures and their thing looks. If you guys want me to replace that, I guess I will. Because I signed theirs with a different pen. Because I didn't know what to sign with. I'm not an autograph guy, folks. You know that. It always flares my shoulder up. So I decided not to do it. It was a conscious decision I made when I became a celebrity. I can't sign. It hurts my shoulder. So I signed theirs with fine point Sharpie. Well, I apologize. I signed all of them with fine point Sharpie, but theirs I used ultra fine point, and it's thinner to me, and I don't know if it worked. And also, I used those two and a guy named Chris Ramstedt. They're the first three that I signed, and I got their postage wrong. I made this. I put it on so their envelope opened sideways instead of on the top, and I also used the green pen to fill out their addresses. I think, or not. Ramstedt is in black, I think, but KC and John I think have green envelopes, and I only signed the CD in green. I'm supposed to use black on the envelope, and I signed the CD in green because I'm fucking strange, folks.
Got a lot of rules there.
Look, if you're not going to have rules about your autograph, when are you going to have rules? I signed my name, and it's so funny. Whenever I fuck my name up now, I laugh because that's all I did as a kid. I mean, you would see my fucking Trapper Keeper on the inside. I'd be just fucking bored out of my side, and I'd just write Michael Glenn Schmidt. I would just sign my fucking name all over the place. And so now when I get it wrong, I'm just like, God damn it! But it doesn't happen often. But it happened on Mary Beth's, and I had to fucking table it. Because the important thing is to get their name right and my name right? Actually, the important thing is to get their name right. I could just fucking sneeze on the CD at that point and mail it to them, and they wouldn't care. So keep that in mind, Kelly M. Lawrence, when you go ahead and purchase the CD this weekend. Remember I said you get the questionable value of my autograph? Well, more of a sneeze inside your fucking sleeve. That would make it go much quicker. It would make my signing go much quicker. So I'm up in the evening being nice, and I'm trying to catch up on all the shipping because like I said, I want people to have it in their hands. I want them to listen to it. Suze. I didn't finish about Suze. So Suze, I sent her the CD. And like I said, I chili dipped her name. I forgot the E in Suze. And I said, bring that to Podfest and I'll fucking fix it. Or I'll just give her a new one. I want to mail her a new one because I feel so stupid. But again, I was groggy. It was late. So these are the excuses. I get a bad shoulder. I get a fritzy shoulder. And sizzling vocal cords as you can hear during this entire show. So I gave Suze her CD, and then she texted me when she got it. And it just said, listening now. And that was the photo of it opened up. And that's how I knew I chili dipped her name. Because I saw the name and I was like, awesome. Did I fucking leave the E out of your name? And she's like, good eye. Yes, you did. And I'm like, fuck. So I said, I'll fix it. So then, you know, that was,
Send her an E.
huh?
You should just send her an E.
I should just write an E and send it. Well, that's a good plan. Why not? Well, I was going to do that. I thought to myself, like, oh, we're all having fun and we're friends, and I'll send her the CD, and it'll end with or I'll send her just an E. I'll send that to her. And then she wrote me back, and she said, no E, good eye. This really is a great show. Well done, Mike. You should be very proud of this.
Aw.
She didn't say she liked it.
You're crazy.
She said it's a great show. She said it's well done, and she said I should be very proud of it. She didn't go, I really liked it. And so that's what I took away from that comment. And it's so stupid. Yes, I am. Look, there's no doubt. There is no doubt I'm a crazy person. There's no doubt. But I need someone to hug my neck and give me a fucking rub on the head and go, ah, look at you, attaboy, good job. Because when I read it, because again, it's funny, rereading it now, it's better than the first time I read it. Because that was like, well done. This is a great show. You should be very proud of this. All I took away when the first time I read it was, you should be very proud of this. Which sounded to me like when we did Parta's one-man show, and then another woman came up and went, you guys look like you were really having fun up there, which basically means I hated every second of this. I hope you enjoyed your indulgences. And that's what I took away from, you should be very proud of this. I know, I'm a crazy person. There's no doubt. And I'm not saying it. And so now I've come around after reading it out loud. And also, folks, you got to understand, I've been up late. I'm up late. I'm groggy, smoking cigars all night. So you know what? I apologize. Suze, I apologize for making it sound like you wrote something bad. You wrote something great, and thank you. That's nice of you. What was I going to say? There was something. Being up all night. So yesterday, I had the appointment at 8:30 in the morning, and I just booked it. I'm like, done. And I even said, like, in my head, I'm like, you have to go, because I'd had to cancel another time. On Monday, I had to cancel because they called me into work. So, and I've told them, it's my fault, because I sent out a letter to all the drivers and everybody, and I said, I will take every fucking hour you have. I don't care. I want them. I'll take them. And believe me, I look forward to the day that I can just go, nah, not interested. But now I do, and I have to, because I'm stockpiling. Because who knows what's going to happen. And also, when I travel on the road and I go out on the road, this is so pathetic to think this way. I mean, I will be making money from ticket sales, and hopefully if people want to buy things that I bring. But in my head, I go, wow, but I'm still losing that money. And because again, when you're ruled, look, cash rules everything around me. There's no doubt about that. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking and I'm doing and I'm wondering and I'm figuring and I'm finagling. And I just figured when I'm losing money, even if I'm making money somewhere else, which is dumb. It's dumb, but it's what you have to do when you're trying to stay ahead of the game. The game, folks. I'm trying to stay ahead of the game. What the fuck am I? I'm Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier, and let's do it again. Just stay ahead of the game. There's 40th Street Black. There's Bootney Farnsworth. All right, never mind. Those movies are amazing. You ever see those movies? Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier in Let's Do It Again. Yeah. And oh my God, they're great. They would come on the Friday night movie on CBS in Chicago on WBBM. And I would love it. I would sit there transfixed because, you know what? It was also just different humor and just funny, period. They're just funny movies. And fucking Jimmy Walker's in there. And like I said, Bootney Farnsworth and 40th Street Black. 40th Street Black. God damn, that's a great name for a guy. All right, so. But go watch those movies. It's Let's Do It Again. And I forget the other one. There's 3 of them, I think. Uptown, Harlem Goes Uptown. That's not them. I don't know what it is. But I've seen Harlem Goes Uptown. Oh, look, I don't want to blow it for you folks. But Harlem Goes Uptown. That's all I'm going to say. Still, we're seeing the journey. Shouldn't put the spoiler right in the title, probably. Harlem Goes Up, because if you walk into a theater and says, what's Harlem going to do? You're like, I wonder what he's going to do here. It's going to be amazing. Harlem could he could go try out for Wimbledon. He could get a job as a mechanic. Harlem could do so many things. No, I'm sorry. You know what I'm thinking of? Cotton Comes to Harlem. God damn it. There's no movie called Harlem Goes Uptown, although there should be. Let's make that, folks. I'm going to start a Kickstarter this week. Harlem Goes Uptown. I'm thinking of Cotton Comes to Harlem, which again, same principle applies. Quit putting the spoilers right in the title of the goddamn movie. Because if you go in and it says, hey, what's Cotton doing? You're like, hey, where's Cotton going to wind up? It's like a Where's Waldo? But Cotton is not wearing a red and white striped sweater. He's wearing a fucking full-length mink coat. Of course he is, because he's Cotton. Is Scatman Crothers in Cotton Comes to Harlem? There's a good chance. IMDb it, folks. Look up Cotton Comes to Harlem. I hope to God it's Cotton Comes to Harlem and not Cotton Goes to Harlem. Because I think it's written in the present tense of they're in Harlem and here comes Cotton. Actually, that's a better title. Here comes Cotton. Hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hopping and laughing all the way. It's Cotton Comes to Harlem. I'm 99% positive it's Cotton Comes to Harlem. Not Cotton Goes to Harlem. You don't want to say it passively. Like, oh, there goes Cotton. Going to Harlem. That's not good. You want to say, look, Cotton comes to Harlem. We're based in Harlem. That tells you right away. You're in Harlem. Here comes Cotton. Poke your head out the window. Hey, is he here yet? Who? Cotton. How do you know he's coming? Look at the title of the movie, stupid. I don't know why they're breaking the fourth wall in the film. All right. So, Jesus Christ. Again, this is another one of those weeks it's for me. You guys, you're here, and that's great. And I hope you're here. You may have tuned out. And there's stuff I got to tell you about later. Stick around. But come on, you can't leave when Schmitty comes to the internet. You can't leave. It's not Schmitty goes to the internet. Nobody's like, where's Schmitty going? Oh, he's going to the internet. See, there's no excitement there. But Schmitty comes to the internet. You guys are in the internet. You're in the ether. You're in the air. You're all over the fucking world. Schmitty comes to you. That's what Schmitty does. I just third person myself about 40 times there. That was brutal. That's right, 40 times. 40-year-old boy. Symmetry. Tie it up. I did that on somebody's Facebook page. I was the 40th person to like their photo on purpose. Like it was, people were liking it, and I waited and waited. It was almost like an eBay auction. And when I got to 39, bing, haha, 40. So then it said Mike Schmidt and 39 others like this photo. I'm odd. But this is what you do when you're up late at night. This is why I'm not resting, folks. I'm up doing things. I'm looking for people's things to like. I'm talking to our friend Kelly M. Lawrence. Telling her all sorts of important things. So, yesterday I was supposed to go work out, as I mentioned, folks. I had an 8:30 appointment. And Monday I worked a double in, where did I work? I worked in Hollywood and Venice. I split it up. I did lunch in Venice and dinner in Hollywood, perhaps. I don't recall. And it's funny, I say where it is. And, you know, I told you someone, did I mention who Googled it? Our friend Erica, right? Did I talk about her? Erica bought 4 CDs. And which is so lovely and nice for, oh, I should tell you this too, by the way, about Erica, really quick. Erica, she came to the restaurant and ate lunch. And it was her and her son and her ex-husband. And they came out and ate and hung out at the table, which was really nice. Because remember I mentioned that there are some people who know me, kind of, and Erica's very nice. She's taking me back from the airport, and she's a nice person. And a fan and a good listener. I don't know what that means, a good listener. She doesn't yell back at me or anything. But when I talked about her on here, and I said, nobody wants to see Clark Kent at the fucking Daily Planet. You want to see Superman, right? Nobody wants to come see me as Clark Kent. I've got fucking dumpy shorts, and I'm sitting there in drinking out of a plastic cup. Nobody wants that. They want fucking Superman like this right here. Thursday is when Superman shows up. 6 other days a week, he's Clark Kent. But she came and saw Clark Kent, and that's fine. And then I talked about it on the show, and then she wrote me a note apologizing. Telling me that she was sorry and she wouldn't come back and she didn't mean to be that person. And I'm just like, fuck, no, did I do that? I chase people away. Look what I do. This is what I do. And I didn't mean to. So here I tell you, Erica, because I have not written back your email from fucking 8 weeks ago. But no, please come all the time. If you enjoyed the food or you liked me or whatever, come in and say hi. That's fine. I can't hang out. I mean, I can't, it's not like I can join you at the table and partake in beans. But please come out and then she bought 4 CDs, which and I signed them. It was like for her sons and all these different people. And then she put a picture of her son up holding all 4 CDs, wearing a Mike Schmidt shirt. And I know for a fact her son does not enjoy me at all. He does not like me or the show. So she clad him in a shirt and had him hold the CDs, and he has this smile on his face, like, yeah, whatever, mom. Because her son is the one who tried to get me a job through a temp agency. So he also, you know what, he's seen Clark Kent at his most vulnerable. He's seen me with a pocket full of kryptonite. He's seen me with the spin doctors, for fuck's sake, when I showed up at his place. He said, if you want to get a job, you'll have to get some skills. If you... So, and I said, hey, hire him or hire me. All right, never mind. I ain't got no family or family tree, but I don't want, oh man, spin doctors. All right. So he's seen me at my most vulnerable when I came in, and he knows the truth about me. I got no skills. I got nothing. I can't bring anything to the table. And so that's why when he's holding the CDs and holding the shirt, he's like, I'm holding the shirt of a barbecue salesman. That's what he's thinking. I have a shirt and 4 CDs from a barbecue salesman. And I tell you, I could tell you right now, Eric, I am not a barbecue salesman. I am merely the conduit between you and the salesman. There's another salesman, and then I am the chain of command. I am the underground rib railroad. That's who I am. I smuggle the ribs past over Union lines, over the Union wanted you to go and bring ribs, right? Didn't they? It was the South who didn't. And what were they? There was the Union was the blue guys. That's us.
Confederacy.
The Confederacy. That's what I was. I couldn't think of the name, even though the flag is awesome. God damn, that's a gorgeous flag. I've talked about that on here. All right, so. So yesterday I was supposed to go work out, and I had to be in the gym at 8:30. As I've mentioned, I made that appointment, and in my head I go, you can't fucking text him and tell him no, you can't. You have to go in and do this. And so Monday night, as I said, I worked a double, and then I was signing CDs, and I went to sleep at 4:30 a.m. And I set my clock for 8:15 because it only takes 5 minutes to get from my house to the gym. So I figured 5 minutes to get dressed, 5 minutes to drive there. We're in. And it's exactly what happened. It went off. I got up and I was fine, sort of. And then when I hit the car, because also I will tell you this, I don't sleep. So not sleeping and not eating is a bad combination. If you don't sleep, but you eat, that's fine. If you eat, but if you don't eat and yet you sleep, that's okay. But not sleeping and not eating, it hit me. I kind of fucking ton of bricks me that morning. And I got into the car and I was dragging ass. And in my head, I'm like, just eat a banana or something. But I'm like, no, I don't want to throw it up. Because I go hard, folks. So I got to the gym and I walked in at 8:30 and there was John and he goes, hey. I said, hey, can we talk a second? And he's like, all right. So I sat at the desk, at Jeremiah's desk, and I talked to John and I said, hey, I'm burnt, man. Like I can't do this today. And he's like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. I go, and I didn't want to text you and tell you no, and because I look like a fucking pussy if I do that. He goes, no, you don't. You never do. I go, but to me, I do. Not to you, maybe, because that's your job. But I go, but to me, it looks like I'm giving up. It looks like I'm not doing it. And what was funny is that was the day I weighed in. Before I sat down with him is when I saw that I had lost 40 pounds. So then I sat down to have the talk with him, and then he said, he goes, you've lost 40 pounds in just over a month. You're not a pussy. You're working hard. And I go, I understand that. I go, but I need to commit. If I say I'm going to do it, I need to do it. But I get called into work and to do this early, it just doesn't make any sense. And I went to bed at 4:30. He goes, well, you look terrible. And I go, of course I look terrible. I went to bed at 4:30 in the fucking morning. And he goes, well, I don't care. We're fine. I said, I need a workable schedule so I can come in here and work, and do hours with you. But I can't do it this early. I can't. So he and I sat down and we poured over the next week's schedule. And then we talked a bunch of nutrition stuff because I'm going to start my protein shakes again. And having meal replacements and throwing some kale and spinach in the mix and fruit and because I just have to do that. So I backed out. I bailed on yesterday's workout. It was okay. I still spent a half hour there, and he's like, "We should go home and go to bed." And then we spent a half hour to 45 minutes talking about nutrition, and then I went, "Well, I'm going to go home." And he goes, "You're probably not going to bed, are you?" I go, "No, I got to be at work in a fucking hour. I can't do that. I got to bring ribs to people for fuck's sake. Come on, you." And then I went and I nibbled on a brisket sandwich like a rabbit. Because it just didn't taste right. You know why? This is going to sound weird, folks. I mean, it's a delicious brisket sandwich with coleslaw and fucking macaroni and cheese, but I don't even want to eat. That's the thing. I told Lily, I have a restaurant here. It's one of my favorite restaurants, and I used to eat there 3 times a week when Karen was around. And it was Mediterranean food. And I would get chicken and rice pilaf and salad and hummus. Oh, the hummus. Oh my God, the best hummus I've ever had. And I ate there last week. And I actually looked forward to it for a week. In my head, I go, you know what? I'm eating is for the week, but I have one day where I'm going to go eat something. And I actually put a picture of it on the internet. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? And it was the hummus and I got a kofta kebab. I overloaded a little bit, and because I was fucking starving. And I'm like, yes, let's do this. And it just tasted wrong to me. It just tasted dead. Everything tastes dead. I like fresh food, like salads and fruits and things like that. But man, fucking meat and all that just tastes dead to me at this point. I like yogurt. All right. So take that, folks. Anybody who's going to sign me up for like a pork chop of the month club, back off. I like fruit. I'm not Italian. because you know why? Because I said that and in my head I went, did I scale that back? Nah, we're good. All right, where were we? Was there something? Because this has been kind of a rampage show, which I like. I like running downhill verbally the whole show.
Are you
but
ever going to talk about the puzzle?
Puzzle. I have something else to talk about though. All right. This is going to sound bad, and I don't mean this to sound bad. Perhaps I shouldn't even say this. Well, I will. As I've mentioned, some listeners out there are they have phone numbers that would lead to me somehow. Not multiple. That seems odd. I have 10 cell phones. I'm Walter White. I know I'm Better Call Saul. I'm Saul Goodman. I've got 10 cell phones in a fucking drawer. No, so I have a phone number, and some listeners have it. And because sometimes when I was on the road, we were coordinating events, and I had to be able to know that where I was going to meet them and all those things. So there are a select few. There's got to be 80 now who have my fucking phone number. You know who doesn't have my phone number? The cocksucker in fucking Marina Del Rey who wouldn't come down to get his fucking ribs. Blocked. So all right, this happened the other day. I was out Travis barbecuing, and I was almost finished because I get done around 10 o'clock. So it was like 9:20, and I got a text on my phone from a number I did not recognize. And it was a very nice note from a lovely woman. Now, I'm going to get a ruling here from my producer, Lily, who is the arbiter of good taste. She knows what's right and what's wrong. And I usually, as I've said, I usually don't want to tell you guys things you're not going to get, but this time I may have to do this. Do I use names here?
Never.
Okay. Even though I've said Kelly M. Lawrence and Chris Ramstad, and I've said a million other names.
Use her name, of course.
Okay. Well, because this
Again,
will not.
If you interact with the Schmidt,
That's what
Schmidt
happens. You know, I was a scorpion. Don't say Schmidt happens. Take that back. Erase that immediately. You know what's funny? There was... never mind. I can't say that. Again, I'm being a dick. Shut up. See, I want nothing to do with that ever. I want... Because what do you mean, why? Why? Von Stupp happens would be, like, even okay, I guess. Stupp happens. Yeah, good. Well, then you say that. I don't want my name and shit in the same area code, all right? I'm not interested in it. It's just... It's too easy. It's too on the nose of a play on words.
I think of it like stuff.
I think of it... Nope. No. I want nothing. Yeah, sorry. I'm very protective of the trademark of the name Mike Schmidt. If I wanted it to be Schmidt Happens, I'd write that on every CD like a dumbass, and then I'd buy pizza for the staff at the club. That's what fuck is he? Because it's too on the nose. It's too on the goddamn nose.
I'm sorry, Scorpion.
Yeah, see, you knew. Listen again, folks. I did The Godfather on the fly with the orange in his mouth dying, and that's why the entire nation of Italy won't eat oranges. I'm covered. It doesn't matter what I do the rest of the show. I'm covered. I covered it in the first few minutes. And that's all the goodwill I needed. So I get a text from a number I don't recognize. And it was a very nice woman, whose name I won't say, because she's not a listener.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And she texted me and she's like, hey, you might remember me. We met in Boston. And my husband, huge fan. And we're having a surprise cookout for him tomorrow for his birthday. And I think it would be so great if you could do something to say happy birthday to him or whatever. It'd be really neat. Because again, folks, I'm a party clown, as you know. And there's nothing I like more than calling strangers on their birthday. It is so great. I think I still owe Kickstarter phone calls.
You do.
Yeah, I think I do. And I will get around to those. But she's like, he would be so... You know what? I'm not doing... Did I erase it? Because I want to read it. She was not wrong or bad or mean. She genuinely said he would really love this, and I think it would be a really neat gift. So I think she wanted me to say happy birthday, whatever, text him or whatever. So I wrote her back, and I said, is he there now? And she's like, yeah. And I said, does he know that you're talking to me? She said, no. Oh, no, I apologize. I said, give me a few minutes. And I'll give you an awkward phone call because I wanted to talk to her because I had a plan. And the plan was going to be, let me call your phone and leave a voicemail for him and then give him the phone the next day and just play it and then he would hear it. So it would be like a neat little thing because then I get to talk to a robot and I'm not talking to people, real people. And not that I don't, I enjoy talking to all of you, but I just work 12 hours and I'm in the car, and not 12, 10. And And also, this is a third party arranging this, so I don't know what that's going to be like. I don't know what if that guy doesn't listen anymore, and then he's like, I hate this guy now. Why the fuck would you have him call me? I don't want to fall into that trap. So, you know what? let me see if I erased it, because I feel like I'm doing her an injustice by not saying exactly what she wrote, because what she wrote was really sweet and it was really nice, but I also feel like a terrible person because here I am outing a conversation that I had with somebody, because why not? Why not, folks? Why not? But I may have erased it because, and there's a reason I erased it. It's because I felt bad. I felt badly about it, and there's a reason why who cares? I'm going to explain it. What the fuck? Shut up. I did erase it because I felt badly. Because I wrote her back and I was like, I had this, I was going to call her and say this thing. And she then wrote me back and she's like, you're going to call him now? I was like, no, I'm going to call, are you there? And she goes, well, he's sitting right next to me right now. And I was like, all right. I said, I'll tell you what. And I should tell you this again, it's 9:30. They live in the East Coast. They live in Boston. So it's fucking 12:30 in the morning there. And I just assumed it was her. She snuck up in the middle of the night to text me and tell me, hey, is it okay if you call tomorrow because there's a secret cookout? And so I said, I'll tell you what, I'll call and give me a few minutes, but I'll call and I won't mention the cookout. Just answer your phone and hand it to him. It's for you, and we'll do that. And she's like, okay, great. So I had to do some stuff, and 10 minutes later I called, and it rang, 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 and then it went to voicemail. So in my head, I figured that they went to sleep, or she fell asleep and he's awake. I had no fucking clue. But again, my number is blocked. So maybe that had something to do. I couldn't figure it out. So I hung up the phone, and I won't lie, I was pissed. Because I'm trying to do something nice. And I know that sounds stupid. You should never get pissed. I should just go, whatever. They didn't answer the phone. Who fucking cares? But I'm not a monkey. And yet when I concede to be the monkey and then the monkey gets ignored, you can't ignore the monkey, folks. What the fuck is that? You throw peanuts at the goddamn monkey the whole time, and then the monkey acts out and he shows up, and then you fucking walk away like nothing fucking happened. Hey, if you engage the monkey, fucking be prepared to engage the goddamn monkey and take it all the way. You fucking can't poke a monkey with a stick 100 times, and when the monkey goes, what the fuck are you doing? You can't go, hey, that monkey talked, let's get the fuck out of here. No, you have to stay and engage the monkey. It's though you made me call. I called. I just worked fucking 10 hours, and now I'm calling you in a monkey capacity, and you fucking shun the monkey. You can't shun the monkey, folks. If you engage the monkey, take it all the way. Don't shun the monkey. So I was pissed. I won't lie. Because that's who I am as a person. I get fucking irrationally mad and upset about stuff because I'm the fucking talent, goddammit. I'm a talented monkey. And so I just texted her and I said, this works a lot better if you answer the phone. Because I was mad. I won't lie. And then she wrote back, she's, oh, well, he's here, but he's really crabby right now. Which honestly made me more angry. Because I'm stupid. I should not get angry. I should not care. It should not be anything that I should worry about. But you asked me to do something, and I, from 3,000 miles away, went, you know what? Yeah, I can do that now for you. That's fine. And then you basically went, nah. Like, it's if you hired a band, and then the band came to your house, and there's a big party, and there's food, and the band set up, and the drummer went, 1, 2, and you went, hold it! Everybody out! And the band's like, wait a minute, you can't shun the monkey band. And we're like, out, pack it up, guys. So you hired me as a band, as in my monkey band capacity, and then you pulled the plug on my amps. You actually ignored my amps. You didn't even answer the door when I came. Fuck that. It's a different analogy. If you'd have let me sit up in your backyard and start kick off a song, that's different. But you asked me to fucking come by to your party and work, and then you wouldn't answer the fucking door. The monkey's knocking. So she said, he's here, but he's really crabby right now. And that's not what I wanted to hear. And again, I'm a bad person. So I just wrote back, well, I'll tell you what. I don't feel like calling up and getting yelled at. So we tried. Maybe not. Because I felt awful. Because I tried to accommodate and be a nice person. All I said was, I don't feel like calling up. See, I wish I could remember exactly. I erased it because I was embarrassed at my exchange. I was embarrassed that I got mad. Like the next day I thought about it. Why did you get mad? She doesn't know I'm a Scorpion. He knows I'm a Scorpion. She doesn't. But I just said, so I said, well, I don't feel like calling up and getting yelled at. So, and whatever I said at the end, that's that. And then 5 minutes later, she wrote back and she goes, I'm really sorry to bother you, which that made me fucking feel awful. And then in my head, I'm like, well, tomorrow's his birthday. Like, you can call tomorrow. And then I just go, fuck you, stop, whatever. But then I sent him a birthday text, like the next day, to say thanks. And obviously she had not told him about any of this. Or maybe she did, and he just was cool about it. He played it off. But he was just like, oh my God, I can't believe you would take the time. Thank you, you're very nice. And he wasn't that excited about it. I don't want to oversell the thing. He was like, hey, it's cool. What's up, Scorpion? That's what he wrote back. It's cool. What's up, Scorpion? Jesus, now I want a shirt that says, hey, it's cool. What's up, Scorpion? That's awesome. All right. Hey, it's cool. What's up, Scorpion? This is fucking me. All right. So that happened. And I felt awful about it. So, and again, I don't want to say anybody's name and all that stuff. The important thing is they will know who this is because he's listening and he's going to go, or actually he's going to be listening to the story and he's going to be like, wow, who's this fucking asshole? And then he's going to hear Surprise Cookout and he's going to go, holy shit, that's me. So just, let me put it this way. I will throw it in your lap. If you weren't crabby on Saturday night, we could have had a nice conversation about your birthday. However, you decided to give attitude to your lovely wife who's reaching out to the monkey to try to get him to do some tricks. And what happens? The monkey gets shunned and you wind up crabby on a couch in the middle of the goddamn night. Take that. And you got to settle for the written word rather than the spoken word. I think we all know my talents lie in my mouth. So you fucked up. He didn't really. Not at all. What would he have gotten? An awkward, dude, happy birthday. And he went, what's up, Scorpion? Cool. So that's what I mean. It's like when I talk to people, because I feel I want to give and I want to do the best I can for people. And also it's a neat, like I thought it would have been a neat thing to leave a voicemail because then the next day if she would, like if that night, not even care about it. But you know what's funny? I think that would have been a great idea. But when I had my opportunity to leave a voicemail, I was so pissed off that she didn't answer the fucking phone that I just hung up. I did not leave the voicemail because I'm a petulant fucking child. I'm a child. I should have absolutely I could have taken that time to go, hey, blah, 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 and left a nice note. But no, the monkey just flung the fucking phone across the goddamn room because he was pissed. That's what happens when the monkey does that. So what did you remind me? What were you telling me? You said talk about something.
Puzzle.
This isn't even worth it at this point. But I wanted to say it. Sometimes I do things in here just for me. Like I plant a little Easter egg. That's what I like to do, folks. Look, y'all knew I was a rabbit. Like I said, I was nibbling on a brisket sandwich as a rabbit. You knew I was a rabbit, goddammit. You can't shun the rabbit. So you knew I was a rooster, folks. All right, so. Hey, there. All right, never mind. Do Alice in Chains. So. A couple of weeks back, I did a show, and we started talking about Stephanie Blake doing her tricks with her stockings and things like that. And I also, at that time, I was talking about me and Louis Anderson in a high diving competition somewhere. And it's all on the fly, but it was like I thought of it. I was juggling, and I thought of this, and so I threw it in there, and to see if anybody would say anything. And my friend Russ McGarry, who's a talented writer and a friend here in Hollywood, who I have not seen yet, by the way. He's been in Hollywood for 2 months, and he's so busy working on his cartoon series that I get a text periodically. And he's like, we got to have sushi, dude. And here's the best part. It's his turn to buy. So I'm like, yes, let's fucking have sushi immediately, whenever you want. Because I bought the last time when we went out. And I could be misremembering that, but who cares? Let's stay with that, and he buys the next time. Plus, he's got a fancy fucking television job. I'm out delivering fuck-tato salad to everybody in the goddamn fucking area, either by the coast or inland. I'm all over the place. That's right, fuck-tato salad. That's a big seller. It's a big seller at my joint. So Russ writes me a text, and he goes, "How many of your listeners realize that when Stephanie Blake was the nurse who likes to fuck and he opens the door, Louis Anderson is standing next to her holding balloons?"
Wow.
I said, I think you're probably the first, because nobody wrote me about it. Because it was just in there for fun, for me. And I loved the fact that that he wrote me about it. I'm like, yay, thank God one person. And the thing I really like about it is it makes this show seem like it's the Iger sanction. You know what I mean? Like there's always some sort of puzzle or some sort of message that people now have to look for and try to figure out. It's like, Russ was like, he was Travolta in Blowout. In the Brian De Palma movie Blowout, and he's got the fucking headphones on and the microphone, and he hears the car go off the bridge. And he's like, "Holy shit, Louis Anderson and Stephanie Blake, they're in the same scene together. Is that why you did that?" Yes, that's why I did that. God damn it! And that's why I was having fun going around and doing it. And I didn't say it. It's like the show I did where I didn't swear. Were you my producer for that one, or was it Eric? No, you were. Yeah. Because it was in the first date. Who gives a fuck if I swear or not? I mean, nobody was listening. But then, actually, that's incorrect because Dolby tells me the audience is listening. But yeah, there was a whole show I did. What is that, year 2? Might have been year 2 or year 3. And I didn't swear. I didn't swear the entire episode. It's like an hour and a half or an hour. Might have been 45 minutes. I don't remember. But I did it for me. And then no letters. Not one person noticed. Nobody wrote me anything about it. I'm like, God damn it. And it could be, again, nobody was listening. Then maybe that's what it was. But yeah, so that happened. So there you go. Russ solved it. And Russ, we've got prizes for you. What has he won, Johnny? Russ, you've won the opportunity to buy sushi from Mike when you can get off your ass and get out of your fucking comic book world and go over in. It's a cartoon world. It's not a comic book. It's drawings. Who knows? It's a cave wall. He works in a cave. He works in a cave and he draws cave wall hieroglyphics. He writes the script for them. And you know what? His scripts, actually, Russ is a talented writer. He was the one who wrote Caveman Throws Spear at Tiger. He originated that concept. And as we all know, it's just taken off. It was the original fish out of water. Anyway, I will tell you this, folks. It's interesting that I would mention a game show there, and I would throw it to Johnny to give prizes to our friend Russ in Comic Book World. Because I have a tale to tell. Sort of. I made a mistake. I will tell you this. I think I made a mistake because I don't usually do this. I'm not usually a tease guy who throws things out there. I'll throw out a picture like Lily and I, and I go, we just recorded another show. Yay, I fucked a cake. Stuff like that. But I don't usually go, hey, guess what's coming up on this week's 40-Year-Old Boy? Nobody gives a shit. Because I honestly, I don't fucking know. Again, did you think I sat down here and went, all right, we got to talk about Don Corleone and oranges in his mouth and scurvy in Italy, and then let's talk about Cotton Comes to Harlem? I mean, do you think that happened? It did not. Did we? So, didn't I fuck a chick too at some point? I was like, I got to bring small, because I have a chair that I sleep in. Yeah, god damn it. I got to listen to these. And you know what? I really have to listen this week because of this voice. I got to crank the fucking radio up and sit on it. Boom, prostate. All right. So, folks. Some of you may know I've been on game shows in the past. I was on a show called Greed a couple of times. And a guy cost me $100,000 with his arrogance. I was on Ultimate Fan League. Nobody cost me anything there. Me and my friend Paul triumphed and dominated and won tickets to the All-Star Game in Fenway Park and the Super Bowl in Miami, along with a 64-inch television and a shit ton of camping gear that I still got wedged into a fucking cabinet somewhere that I'll never use. And then I was also on a show called My Generation. And I implore you folks not to seek it out. Here's why. Because it was my first game show experience. So I was very worried. I was very worried about My Generation because I did not know if I would be able to see the board to answer the questions. Because my eyes, I would need them to watch movies. Like I needed glasses to watch movies. So I'm actually wearing glasses on My Generation. It is my big fat head with my glasses on there. My partner Randy, who's a lovely woman, and I'm a friend with her on Facebook. She's got a new husband now. You guys don't care about that. Why am I revealing that about Randy? But she was my partner on My Generation. So again, I implore you not to seek it out because although we dominated, I mean, and we fucking crushed everyone in our wake. And by everyone, I mean the other team. It was not multiple episodes, but it was awesome. And I will tell you this: when we won, I think I told you this. She had to feed me categories, and I would guess. And I think we won with like 30 seconds still on the clock. We just dominated. But here's why I implore you not to seek it out. One, again, because I have the glasses on my fat face. But also when we win, you will recognize this. I answered the right thing, and then and I hear the buzzer go off that we won, and I went, yeah! I busted out one of those, and then she ran up to me, and I hugged her, and I lifted her up, because again, folks, always lift up women. Unfortunately, when you're super fat and you're wearing like a turtleneck that barely covers you, when you lift the woman up, your shirt comes up as well, and my fat gut came out on television. And I was horrified when I saw it air on VH1, because I didn't know. You don't know, because when you're fucking that gigantic, you can't keep track of your skin at all times. You don't know what it's doing. You're hoping to keep it under wraps, but your skin is always looking for a way to go, how are ya? And my gut was auditioning for a starring role in some liposuction reality show, and it came bursting out. It was awful. And then Randy was consumed and never to be seen again. So please don't look for my generation, although I think I have it on video. If I ever get a VCR, I will dominate the internet, as I've talked about. I have so many tapes of nothing. And I recorded them all on basic, so they're all scrambly. Nobody wants to see those. It's like watching fucking Lady Chatterley's Lover trying to jerk off between the fucking jumpy screen on TV, which I did. There's a great scene in Lady Chatterley's Lover that I still have never seen in its entirety to this day, but I can tell you what it was. But it was all this, because it was a lesbian scene. It was Lady Chatterley's Lover, and Lady Chatterley was like the waitress or whatever the fuck, I don't know, chambermaid, and this blonde chick who looked like Seika got into a fucking bathtub, and then you just saw Lady Chatterley's Lover's hand with the soap go under the water, so you're like, oh my god, that's what's happening. And then they started to kiss, and then I was finished at that point. I was 13, so it was over. But I still have never seen that scene in real life. I mean, there may have been a horse involved. I have no clue. So I've been on game shows in the past, folks, and I will be on game shows in the future. Case in point. I mentioned on here a few months ago that I had tried out to be on the Wheel of Fortune, and some of you were like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome," and some of you were like, "Stupid." Nobody said that. And then I also mentioned that, look, I went to try out and then I was not chosen. I'm giving you a little backstory here, folks. If you're new to the show, if your folks are new to the platform, because I'll tell you what, the CD is luring in new people from all over. I've got at least one other guy in Italy on board. And we have a listener named John. I won't say his name either, but I don't want to. But he and his girlfriend came to see me in Atlanta. They're very nice people. And John posted on my page today. He's like, hey, I gave your CD to this guy, and he put his name, and he goes, and he said it was good. Not good enough. Tell your friend I don't want him listening to it ever again.
That's so funny.
He said it was good, because when I read it, I was like, nah, he said it was good, whatever. Why don't you call Suzanne and commiserate about how much you hate my CD? Suze. So.
Oh my god.
Vegan, gluten, globin. All right, so. So as I've mentioned, folks, I tried out. So you new folks, sit down, relax, listen. I went to audition for the Wheel of Fortune. I showed up, and it was just a hotel conference room full of Philbillies. Oh yeah, they were all named Phil. It was hillbillies all named Phil. You know what? Let's talk about this for just 1 second. Yes, we should. We should talk about this. And I may have mentioned this on the show before. I'm still angry about this. It happened 8 years ago. I was on Never Not Funny, and we voted on what to call female hillbillies. And Jimmy Pardo, and he said Jill Billies. And I said Hillgills. And voters voted, and in a landslide, Jill Billies won. And I maintain it's because it was Jimmy's show. I don't think it had anything to do with my suggestion was. They just all instantly liked Jimmy more than they liked me, and so they went with Jill Billies, because Hillgills is so much better. It's so much better. And 8 years later, I still bring it to you folks. I curse that. I curse that day. I can name the date. I remember the date so strongly, it's my PIN number for all of my bank accounts. And some of you know there's a 9 in all of those. I've given that out. New listeners, get cracking. Solve it. Solve the mystery of my PIN number. Not that there's anything for you to steal at this fucking point, but so I went to audition, and I was in a conference room full of these people, the indigent, the haunted. That's from Jay Leno. I don't know who I love. Or I did. I used to. I'm mad I didn't put him in the liner notes of the CD. It's a name I forgot. Because I put George, Dennis, David, and George, David, Dennis, and Mike, which are George Carlin, David Letterman, Dennis Miller, and Mike Toomey. And I should have put Jay Leno. Should have. His people called. He's not happy. Next CD? Okay. Yeah, that's happening. Although a nice person wrote on my page, she said, I'm ready for the second one.
Aw.
Yeah, that's totally nice. That you're the only one, so maybe I print like a big one, like a novelty check, like a giant CD just for her. I hand it off to her. There you go, lunk. 5 people have to carry it to the car. Well, you couldn't even play that. That's like an Uncle Buck pancake size. You can't fucking do that. And you should have seen the toast. I couldn't even get it through the door. It's the funniest line in that movie. And that's a funny movie. I enjoy Uncle Buck. So, folks, and by the way, if you are a new listener, this happens all the time. This is how it works. I'll start talking, and then somehow we spin off the fucking planet, and then we come back. We bring it in. Because the CD is somewhat linear. You've noticed by listening to the CD, because all you new people listen to the CD and then jumped on board with the show, you're like, why? I don't understand what's happening. Neither do I half the fucking time. The only reason the CD's like that is because the record label went, you're going to tell a fucking coherent story at some point, right? I'll do you better. I'll throw in 2. So there's 2 very coherent stories on the CD, but this show, there's not 2, there's nothing coherent, and there aren't any stories. This is a fucking rampage show, which I love. I love talking downhill, folks. Oh my God. And I'm so nice that 5 of you indulge me and let me do it. Everybody else snapped off the fucking radio hours ago. First of all, hours ago, and second of all, radio. I always do that. Somebody said that to me last night at your show. You do that radio thing, right? I guess. Sort of what it is. Makes it sound like I fix radios. I'm a repair guy. You know who I am? I'm that big-nosed nerd from fucking Bad Boys who was in Sean Penn's cell. And he fucked up Vikings radio and blew his eardrums out. Take that, Viking. That was Tweety, you assholes. That's when Tweety dies on the outside. Tweety gets out of jail and he goes and commits a crime and he dies. And then Viking is like, that was Tweety, you assholes. And it's a somber moment in the classroom. And then Esai Morales shows up, and then all of a sudden there's a fucking pillowcase full of goddamn soda cans, and everybody gets blasted. It's goddamn awesome. Go watch Bad Boys. Oh my God. So new people, see, this happens. Sometimes we'll recap an 80s movie. Why not? We'll talk about that. We'll go off on a tangent and we'll say, hey, do you guys remember Making the Grade? How amazing was that movie? And then we'll talk about that for hours. So, tried out for the game show, and I did not get chosen that day to even go on stage and focus my wares and show myself off and tell people, hey, check this out. This is who I am and what I'll bring to the table. So I figured I was dead in the water. Then a couple of weeks later, I got a notice that I was to go and audition for real, for producers, in another hotel ballroom, because the Wheel of Fortune people love tiny bottles of water. Oh, they can't. The first one was at a casino, and then the next one was a hotel. It's just, the smaller the water, then you're going to get the Wheel of Fortune people in the door right away. If you somehow could put a cap on a thimble full of water, Wheel of Fortune would hold auditions there every goddamn day of the week. So I went there and I auditioned, and I'm in a hotel ballroom. And at that point, hey, folks, hey, new people, when this show started, you heard some sound drops from previous years, and actually just last year. And you may have heard the show, and it opened up with, that's $10,000, Connor. That's from my audition for the Wheel of Fortune, because I showed up a guy named Connor, and I smacked him on the ass. It was so lovely and fun. And I felt I made an impression, and it turned out that I did, because weeks later, 2 weeks to be exact, I received a letter from the Wheel of Fortune people instructing me, telling me, letting me know, shedding some light on the fact that I, Mike Schmidt, had been chosen to be a contestant on the Wheel of Fortune. And now it's a waiting game. That's all it is. You sit there and you wait. You wait to hear from them. You're sitting in your house, and then there's a knock on the door, and there's Ed McMahon and Dick Clark in a prize van and Vanna White, and they squire you away. They wrap you in a straitjacket, and they put a hood over your head, and the next thing you know, you're on the set. Playing the game. Playing the feud. Top 5 answers are on the board. So I was picked to be a contestant, and so now I'm just waiting. And I don't know. I have no idea how long it takes. I don't know when they tape. I don't know anything. And part of me was like, do I have to let them know my avails? Do I let them know if I'm in town or out of town? I don't know. But I figured I would just wait to hear from them. Well, new people and old listeners alike, I'm in my house last week by myself, crying in the dark, as I always do. And my cell phone rings. And I look at it, and I don't answer if it's like a number that I don't recognize or if it's a blocked number. because apparently I don't like ribs. So I just thought about that. I do the same fucking thing. Idiot. Well, it's also because I'm on the run. Like, folks, I'm on the run from all sorts of people. So I don't answer if I see a number that I don't recognize. But if I'm out, I'll listen to their voicemail or see what happens. But if I'm home, I take it to the next step. I will Google the number and see if it applies to anybody. So I happen to be home and I'm sitting at my desk and the phone rings and it's a local number. And it rings and rings and then I don't hit decline because that lets them know that you're sitting there. You let it ring out and let it go to the voicemail. Because if you hit decline, there's a secret for you folks. Here's how cell phones work. If you call somebody and it rings once and it goes right to voicemail, they hit decline. They don't want to talk to you, ever. But if it rings 4 times or whatever, then it goes to voicemail, then you know that they maybe didn't hear the call. So I hope I've started fights all over America. But I let the phone play out and I let it go to voicemail and they didn't leave a voicemail. So my next step again to Google the number. So I Googled the number and it came up. And I can't say the person's name, but a person's name came. There are only 3 entries that kind of matched it. And one of them was a listing on the internet for Wheel of Fortune. And it had a name and a number. And it was the same number. And I fucking lost my mind. Because I had missed the call. They didn't leave a voicemail, which meant I had somehow been passed in the hierarchy. But it had only been a couple of minutes, so I thought I still had time. So I grabbed my phone and I dialed the number. And the person on the other answered with his name. And I said, hey, my name is Mike Schmidt, and you just called me and did not leave a voicemail. And he said, oh, hey, great. This is blah, blah, blah from Wheel of Fortune. And we were calling to see if you're available next week. And after I stopped dancing and doing a weird, I just did my own conga dance. I did a little, it was amazing. Because I jumped out of my chair. And I had the phone in my ear, and it was that thing where you're just doing the fist pumps and you're all excited. And I said, absolutely. And he said, okay. He goes, we want you to come in next Friday to be an alternate contestant. Now, I think I've told you folks, the way it works is when you're chosen as a Wheel of Fortune contestant, they told us flat out, if you're a local person, you will probably be called to be an alternate contestant before you're actually on the show. So you're there, and if anybody gets sick or does not show up or is unable to perform, then you will get on the show. But if not, they need you there to hang out all day just in case. And I was prepared for that eventuality. So I just went, yeah, when do you need me? I'll be there. What time? He said, well, we want you to come in next Friday. And he said, your call time is 7:15 a.m. Check that. He said, you got to be in next Thursday. Your call time is 7:15 a.m. And, we'll need you here. You got to be on the set, and here's the time, and you got to bring this, and you got to bring that. He goes, what's your address? Let me confirm it. He confirmed my address. He confirmed my email. He confirmed my phone number again. And he said, we have to send you a package. We'll send it FedEx. And it's got release forms, and it's got all the rules and everything you need to know in order to be here at the show. And I said, great. And then he said, well, we'll get it out to you. Thanks. We're looking forward to having you. And I said, good. Terrific. And I hung up, and I was fucking jacked. And then my cell phone rang. And it was the Wheel of Fortune again, and I answered it. He goes, hey, Mike, it's me again. I just wanted to touch base with you on a few things. Like I said, we're going to FedEx the thing. There's your address, phone number. The taping is Friday. It's not Thursday, so I need to make sure it's Friday. Does that change anything? Are you still able to join us? Yes, of course I am. I will be there tonight if you'd like me there. But I tried not to come on that strong. But I said, hey, well, I'm glad you called, because if I'd have showed up Thursday, it would have been awkward. Although I probably would have won. And thankfully that worked out okay, and he laughed. And he said, no, it's fine. We just want to make sure that you're here on Friday. So Friday, 7:15 a.m. I said, great. And he said, also, we're sending the release, but I have to tell you this. You can't tell anyone about this. I said, well, yeah, I understand that. We're not supposed to say anything about the show. And he goes, well, no, don't tell anyone that you're coming in to be an alternate contestant. I said, oh, okay, that's fine. He goes, it's just a thing. We don't like it out there. I said, all right, great. So I hung up the phone again, and I was still gacked and excited. And I couldn't even tell Lily. I couldn't tell anybody. I had to immediately call my work and go, hey, I have to switch out because I was supposed to work on Friday. I cannot work Friday. They said, why? I said, well, it's a thing. I just like to switch a shift with somebody, and something has come up. It's a show, and they're very cool because everybody there is an actor or something, so they'll need time off to go audition or do things all the time. So I just basically said, I have an audition. They said, okay, great. So I was able to get rid of the shift really quickly with another driver, and then I plotted and I planned and I sat down and I watched 10 episodes of The Wheel of Fortune in a row. to make sure that I was full of knowledge and ready to play this game. And look, I'm ready to play America's game. But I wanted to make sure that I was still in the moment and fresh on playing America's game. So I watched 10 that day. Because I've been taping them since I got chosen as contestant, and my DVR just, it doesn't even tape it anymore. It just shrugs and goes, really? So that happened, and I got chosen to be a contestant. And then the package came, and I got to review the release forms and read those. So I was going to be on the next week, so this came 2 weeks ago. So they wanted me there last Friday. And I opened it up and I read the release forms. And it says right in the release forms, folks, social media, Twitter, Facebook, you can't discuss anything that happens the day of taping. All you can say is, watch me. I'm going to be on the Wheel of Fortune this particular day. You can't say anything. You can't talk about what happens. Obviously you can't give away the results or who wins or the names of anybody that you saw or the names of the producers or the location. It's all secret. It's very top secret, folks. It's top Sajak. So this is why I kind of feel bad, because I put a teaser up as a kind of a goof, and a lot of you assumed immediately that I played the game. I can't tell you whether I did or I did not. You're asking if I won. I can't tell you if I won or not. I can't go into any of these details, folks. I have a contract, an ironclad contract. I cut my finger, Sajak cut his finger, Vanna White cut her finger. We all put our blood in the inkwell, and I signed it with the Wheel of Fortune feather pen. So again, that's why I feel badly about putting up this teaser, this spoiler. You see the name tags, you know I was actually there. And that's all I can discuss. I can't say if I won, I can't say if I lost. I can't even say if I played, folks. I can't even tell you who was there. I can't even tell you that maybe I pushed Gina Gershon down the stairs to try to get a slot on the show. You folks want to hear about Nomi's big break, but you're not going to hear it. Because the Wheel of Fortune is going to get mad at me. It won't be because I talked about the show. It's going to be because I said everybody in Italy has scurvy because they won't eat oranges. Mamma mia, I want to buy a viola. You guys can get me at Mike@MikeSchmidtComedy.com. You guys can be my friend at Facebook.com/the40-year-old-boy. You can follow me at Twitter.com/the40-year-old-boy. David Hernandez does all of the artwork and the music for the show. And actually, there's some music coming up from our friend David. New music that you'll hear. If you want to contact him, be his friend at Facebook.com/DavidMexHernandez. And also visit ArtByDMH.com if you want to hire him for any sort of work that you might have, freelance art stuff. And he's really good and especially talented. And he's someone that you should definitely devote your time and money to if you'd like some artwork done. ArtByDMH.com. And the producer of this show is my friend Lily Von Stubb. She's right here. And you can contact her several different ways. You can be her friend at Facebook.com/Lily Von Stubb. You can follow her on Twitter at 3 different accounts. Twitter.com/Lily Von Stubb, Twitter.com/MNTs, and Twitter.com HBBQ Fest, Hollywood Burlesque, H-Wood Burlesque Fest. What is it?
Hollywood BQ Fest.
Twitter.com/Hollywood BQ Fest. But if you'd like to write her a personal note and find out the names of the 2 people that she won't be fucking because of what they did the other night, you can write her at Lily at burlesque411.com. That's Lily, Lili, at burlesque411.com.
Business, year 5. Get it up. There's also artwork there for you to get. Lushity comes alive. Get it up. Linked audio's the one that you prefer. Hear the big angry. Get it up.
Want to remind you folks about the Monday Night Teas every Monday night at the 3 clubs on Santa Monica and Vine. This week it was the Tuesday Night Teas, but it is the Monday Night Teas all the other times, and it's produced by someone I consider a friend, someone I consider family, someone very close to me. She's the producer of the hottest burlesque show in the history of Los Angeles, in the history of Southern California, in the history of the equator, above the equator. Not just the history of the equator. That seems long. But she's been producing them almost that long. She is my good friend, Lily Von Stupp. Hey, Lily, how are you?
I'm good, Michael. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Don't ask any questions because I cannot give you any answers. How mad is everybody right now? Honestly, because it was like they saw the picture and people were so cool and they're so excited, and I can't tell them anything. I can't tell them a word, not one word. So Tiki Lock, zoop it up, zoop. I'm gonna zoop it up. That's what they do in Italy. Mamma mia! The zoop is a cold. By the way, don't throw zoop at a play. It is not safe for the actors involved. You're making a face. What's up?
Food.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
I know.
Yeah, and I'm mad too because I talked too long. Not too long, but certainly we were here too long. And now I'm not going to get my soup. Because, again, eating is for the weak, but I will eat this soup from a Chinese place. It's got cabbage in it, which is healthy. It's medicinal. And it's also got chopped up meatballs. I could call them now probably and place it for them to hold for me. Could I do that, you think? What do you mean, no? Of course I could.
I don't know.
You know, I'll do it on the air. It's theater of the mind, folks. Hello, Chinese restaurant that I won't name because you do not endorse the show. So, Lily, you have the Monday Night Teas every Monday, but last night's Tuesday Night Teas was an amazing event. It was a fundraiser for the Hollywood Burlesque Festival. How do you think it went?
It went spectacular. The show was amazing. My co-host was fucking awesome.
I don't know who that would be, but
That
I'm
would
sure
be
they were.
you.
Oh, all right. You're nice to say so.
The performers were awesome, and we raised more money than I had hoped, and we're paying for all of our airfare for all of our headliners.
Now, let me ask you this. This show opens up a whole new gateway, a whole new avenue for you, a whole new, it opens a vein for you to tap into. Last night at the show, there was a silent auction. And in that silent auction, we were offering all sorts of stuff that was donated from people, including there was a porn star there last night who had offered up a sex coaching class.
Yes.
And we entertained buying it for me.
Yes, we did.
When I got there, I showed up and you told me about it and you told me what the price of it was. And I was like, I want to do that just for the fucking story. Like literally, I don't know what would come of it, but thank you. But at the same time, I wanted it just for the goddamn story.
Yeah. The story.
Well, come on, thin blonde porn star. How do I not fucking buy that? And I won't give her name. But, no, because I didn't buy it. I didn't win it. I don't want to give her any plugs for fuck's sake. Well, I mean, I do, but not that.
She was very nice. She donated her books.
She wasn't nice to me. I get introduced to her at the bar, and what happened? You know exactly what the fuck happened. Eddie saw it.
I still think you're reading that all wrong.
I never do that. Someone introduced me to her, and I put out my hand and said, "Hey, I'm Mike." And she went, ugh, and rolled her eyes and turned around and went to her back to her drink. And that happened. Your fucking lovely boyfriend, Eddie, funnyeddie.com, saw it. So I'm not crazy. And you just claimed that she was fed up with the situation and all the people that were around her. Because I'll tell you what, I tried to talk to this porn star, folks, and she was walled off by two guys I'm going to call Beanie in the Suit. It was just a couple of dudes. One guy wearing a suit, one guy wearing a hat, and they were just lurking and just, snapping at her heels and sniffing her perfume and trying to do anything to be noticed. And I couldn't get a word in edgewise. But of course, when I introduced myself, I got yug, with the fucking eye roll. And that's usually what I get from porn stars is the eye roll. But yeah, I wanted to buy, and I'll tell you what, after she rolled her fucking eyes at me, I really wanted to buy the fucking sex coaching class. Just to get, I don't know what kind of sex coaching you do when you're fucking ignoring me in a goddamn room. Although that's most of the sex coaching I've gotten my entire life. I'm not going to lie to you. But yeah, so she donated stuff and I wanted it really bad. I wanted to buy that, but then we decided because it got high and I was like, nah, it's stupid. I mean, it would have been a fun story. And it would have been fun to see what happened. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what a sex coaching class is. I mean, it's just, do you walk in and she puts a CPR dummy down and I got to finger it? I mean, that just seems fucking crazy.
Did you go to her website and see?
No, I just Googled her name and nude. That's all I did.
Of course.
I don't give a fuck about her website. What the fuck do I care? I just want to see her fucking her clothes off.
Sex coaching is all about.
Well, no, again, because I didn't win it. If I'd have won it, then it would be a different story. But I mean, last night in my head, I was just, unless she offers up another one. If she offers up another one, then we'll see what happens.
All right.
And if you can talk her, just go, hey, you remember that guy you hated at the bar? He wants to get the sex coaching from you. Because again, I also don't know what that is. Like, is it hands-on? Or is she going to have like a fucking, like a pointer and a blackboard and go, this is the vagina. I mean, fuck all that. Damn it. All right, so But you know, fuck, I should just run a Kickstarter to boost it up and get that, so I can go buy fucking sex coaching classes from her. That'll be, because that's a funny story, right? It's got to be, because either I wind up banging the shit out of a porn star, or something terrible happens. Not mutually exclusive, by the way. Because I'm gonna raw dog that fucking porn star. Yeah, you're goddamn right.
Horrible.
Yeah, and I knock her up. What if I knock her up?
Come on, this is my friend.
This is an awesome story. I knock up the porn star, and then she and I have to get together. That's a sitcom. Fucking independent podcaster knocks up porn star at sex coaching class, and boom, there they go. They have to get married because they got a kid coming.
Oh my God, we need to write a treatment.
And all of a sudden, I wrote it. It's done. And then Bomb Pop shows up. It'll be called Waiting for Bomb Pop. That's the name of the show. Waiting for Bomb Pop. Everyone's like, what the fuck does that mean? Oh, it's just a porn star and a low-level fake radio guy who got together and he fucked her. And it's like, you know, it's like Knocked Up. You know, they made this movie. All right, never mind. We just wrote Knocked Up. Idiot. Schlub fucks good-looking girl. Gets her pregnant. Done already. Done. Fucking awful. Look at the wind coming out of our sails that quick. All right, so there's a porn star there last night, and that was the thing. And then I hosted a segment for our friend Lily, and I was going to just talk about something else. What else happened last night that we were discussing?
Lots of amazing performances, and we raised a lot of money, and it was awesome.
Raised a lot of money, silent auction, really cool. People came through and they donated. Oh, here's what I was going to say.
Uh-oh.
Because we have a whole new avenue here. These are listeners. These were not people who are at the show. And we had the silent auction. The porn star had the fucking sex coaching and all this other bullshit. But there was one particular item last night up for bid. There was one particular item last night for sale. There was one particular item that people could bid on and take home. And those were naked topless photos of you.
Yeah.
Those were available to anybody there who wanted to bid on them. And I think, would you sell 10? You had 10 and you sold 10.
10 and we sold them, yeah.
Yeah, sold all of them. So would you like to throw that out to these people? Because that would certainly, I think, bring in some donations for the Hollywood Burlesque Festival if you put out your naked photos, topless naked photos.
Topless, not naked.
Topless.
It's better like bondage.
Some bondage involved, perhaps. It's up to you. You can do like the first 10 people, or you can do a thing where you can just fill orders, and again, maybe nobody orders because people are all of a sudden like, wait a minute, that means she's got to mail me naked photos of herself? This is fucking ridiculous. But there are some people who may go, yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, let's do that.
You want to do
Yeah,
that?
what do you think's the right thing to do? Should we do it like one of them and the highest bidder, or should we do 10 of them at X amount?
I like the highest bidder idea because then it's like the auction last night. You know, you had 10 because there were people live there. I like the idea of pitting people against each other like rabid dogs as they fight over your big tit photos. Well, yeah, but that makes sense because if there's one, then people will go, oh my God, there's only one, and then they bid it up. Because if there's 10, then people go, I'll just take that. You know what I mean?
I
And
wasn't going to do any more.
Of course.
But that's not a bad idea to raise some cash.
Well, there you go, because you've got the Hollywood Burlesque Festival coming up. So, like I said, you could either just, sell autographed nude photos of yourself, or topless nude, and sign them if you want, and that'll be for whatever amount. Or you could just put up one and a highest bidder situation.
Yeah, but people listen to the show for you, not me. No one wants to see pictures of my tits.
Yeah, people love tits. It doesn't matter. I got news for you. When people listen to the show, they just imagine tits talking. Nobody even thinks of my face or what I look like at all. They just figure like tits or have a mouth, and they're going ahead and talking. You tell me. Well, all right. Well, I'll tell you what. I will put a post on the Westside 86 Jokers page on Facebook. And all it will say is the silent auction. Because nobody else needs to know what we're bidding on or what we're doing. But people who listen to the show will know. And you guys can bid there on the wall.
If somebody asks what it is, don't tell them.
Yeah. Keep it down. Keep it quiet. Because then we might lure in some unsuspecting person who goes, I want it, whatever it is. Done. So we'll start it at 25. Does that sound good?
Thank you.
All right, we'll start it at $25. And so $25 and then going from there. And so it'll be on the Westside 86 Jokers page on Facebook. And I will post it and I will pin it to the top. And all it will say is, ladies and gentlemen, the silent auction. And jump in and let's call it, well, it's Thursday. You want to give them the weekend?
I don't. Whatever you think is right.
Monday noon Pacific.
Monday noon Pacific.
All right, the bidding will go through the weekend, folks. Starts at $25. $25, $25. Do I hear 30? Do I hear 30, 30, 35? Do I see 35? I see 35 over there. Do I hear 35? Do I hear 40? Do I hear 40? So the bidding will go. Oh! Somebody knew. So it will go through the weekend, and then Monday at noon Pacific. And that helps us because Facebook does the timed little posts
Yes,
there.
it does.
So we will know exactly when the final bid comes in. So there you go. $25 starting bid. And it goes up from there. And you can, none of this, no change, none of this nickel dime bullshit. No,
I
go.
love that you anticipate people are going to go.
I've been to
25,
eBay.
25.
Well, I don't want to see, $25.01. Fuck that Price is Right nonsense. Go fucking get spayed or neutered. Do you think you're going to do that bullshit? It's not happening. Dollars, folding money, folding cash in increments. Because you want to go 25, 26, 27? That's fine. I don't care about that. However, if anybody throws a dime or some other fucking weird amount in there, you're out. You're out of the silent auction. You get booted. Booted. So good. So all right. So we will put one of those photos up, and it'll be signed.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's very awkward and strange. Ladies and gentlemen, the silent auction.
But it's an awesome picture, isn't it?
Oh my God, I can't wait for people to see it. Check that. I can't wait for a person to see
Yeah,
it.
that's right. And no scanning it and putting it online.
Yeah, that's never gonna work. Let's just hope that an honest person wins it. I need an honest person
You
to take it home.
and you jerk off to it in the privacy of your own home.
Yeah. And she will sign in Sharpie so the ink does not run.
This is so creepy.
Yeah, it is. It's weird and awful, but that's fine.
Awesome.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the silent auction, that's up and running. Who's at next week's tease?
Next week is the start of September.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, September is happening.
Yes, it's Snapper and Buddy's Roman Orgy. But we don't actually have a Roman theme or anything. It's
What?
a long story.
Okay.
But Jezebel Thunder's performing. I'm performing. We have, who else? We have Joy Lavoy, Harper Rose, Nikita Bitch Project. We have Chad Allen, who's the blues magician. It's going to be a great show.
It's an amazing show. Tickets are on sale right now at brownpapertickets.com for that show. For all of upcoming Monday Night Teases, go ahead and search Lily Von Stupp or Monday Night Tease, and you will find them on Brown Paper Tickets. You can go to MondayNightTease.com for any and all information about upcoming shows regarding the Monday Night Tease. And let's talk a little bit about the Hollywood Burlesque Festival. The fundraiser last night was terrific. I did get to host a segment of the show, and I was really happy about that, even though I arrived
And you
late.
were too kind.
I don't know if that's true, but I said the things that I meant. And there was a nice guy came up to me and he said, "Dude, that was really good," and he was very complimentary. And he goes, "You should actually look into that as like an avenue." And I said, "What do you like talking? Like you should really do that." I'm like, "All right, thanks, man. I appreciate that." Because you don't want to say, "Oh, guess what? I talk," But never mind. But it was very nice for him to say those things, and I meant what I said, and you know that. So. The Hollywood Burlesque Festival is at HollywoodBurlesqueFestival.com. If you are planning on entering, if you are a variety act, if you are some sort of burlesque act, you have until the weekend, Sunday, I believe, right, to get your tapes in. September 1st. September 1st is the last day for entries. And if you're going to buy tickets, those are always available. That doesn't end September 1st. You can buy those at HollywoodBurlesqueFestival.com, brownpapertickets.com, get all sorts of VIP tickets and all this amazing stuff. There's going to be goodie bags. There's going to be hot chicks. There's going to be nudity. There's going to be variety acts. It's going to be great. The Hollywood Burlesque Festival, my friend Lily's dream. And do what you can to help her dream come true. I would appreciate that, and so would she. Go to Facebook.com/the40year-old-boy and visit me and say hi and be my friend. And also join the Westside 86 Jokers page. That's the fine fan club page where there's going to be a silent auction this week. I don't know if I mentioned that, folks. I want to thank all of you who went to JoeBusiness.com, or no, it's MikeSchmidtComedy.com, and the Joe Business page. It's funny, it confuses people because they're like, "Where's your merch?" Well, it's at JoeBusiness.com. Why is it at JoeBusiness.com? Hey, new people who are at the show. I did a show one time and I said, "Well, I'm not fucking Joe Business," and that became the name of the page. So if you go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com and you click on Joe Business, you will see that we have, well, first of all, we have a new theme for the Joe Business page. It is if you're in a high school, no, not a high school, Jesus Christ. If you're in a college sorority bedroom, you're in the right place, folks. You go to the Joe Business page. There are hot girls. There's a girl in green who I'm a fan of. There's all sorts of stuff that you can buy and purchase there on the page. There is the Schmitty Comes Alive download from last year's Los Angeles Podcast Festival. There's the For the Life of Schmitty single that was from last year's interlude. There is autographed and signed artwork that's signed by the artist, the stripper, and the guy who talks. We also have, as I've mentioned, the Big Angry CD available now. That is my CD. And Well, real quick, before I get into that, let's talk about tweakedaudio.com/40. They support the show. They've always supported the show. They sell autoerotic asphyxiation earbuds and cock ring watches and gear. So if you want to buy any of those things, if you'd like to strangle yourself while you're jerking off and know what time you died, go ahead and buy all of that. There's a whole kit for that over there at tweakedaudio.com/40. And while you're there, buy gear. Who cares? Just buy some gear. That's available. Have I covered all the stuff that's on the page? I think so. Schmitty Comes Alive download, Big Angry CD, which I'll get to in just a second, For the Life of Schmitty, and I guess that's it. First of all, and I'll tell you, you can also. The download sets, yeah. Year 1, Year 2, Year 3, Year 4, and Year 5 of the show. All new people, you would be especially interested in this. Year 1, Year 2, Year 3, Year 4, and Year 5 of this show are available individually, as years, or together as the UN of Evil box set. So go ahead and pick that. It's all of the past shows, and it's amazing work, and it's well, not amazing work. There's good artwork, and the producer's great. And then I show up occasionally and talk. So go ahead and buy those. Year 1, Year 2, Year 3, Year 4, Year 5. Buy them individually. Buy them together as the UN of Evil box set. Also, while you're at MikeSchmidtComedy.com, you can donate to the show. You can donate on the upper left-hand corner of every single page, except for Joe Business right now. I got to talk to Farmer Ryan and square that away. But somehow the donate link on the top of Joe Business disappeared. But that's okay. My good friend Ryan will take care of it. But any other page on the website right now, in the upper left-hand corner, there's a little Schmitty with his pocket out. Click on that and donate to the show. You can donate $5 a month, $2 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, or $25 a month. Or you can make a one-time donation to the show, which is really nice of people. And I thank you for doing that. And I always want to tell you that I do appreciate those donations. And let's talk, I forgot to talk about this. First of all, there's the Big Angry CD, and there's 2 price points now for the Big Angry, because I made a mistake, and I did not realize that a lot of people outside of the United States would like what I talk about. And I forgot that the 40-year-old boy is a global concern, so I had to add some sort of international shipping charge. So when you order, if you order from outside the United States, please click on the foreign version, or the international shipping version. And if you're buying within the United States, of course, it's $15. Outside of the United States, it's $23, and that covers envelopes and labels and also ink. No, it doesn't cover ink. Ink is free. I throw in the ink for free, folks. So the Big Angry CD is available right now, and all my shipping is taken care of. I am current. So if you bought the CD, it's either in your hands or on the way to your hands. And it's important to me, like I said, that people get the CD and buy the CD and thank you. But it's also kind of important to me that people know about it. So, and it's even more important to me that people like it. So if you like it, that's great. Tell people, tell a friend. Although our friend John told somebody and he said it was good, and I shit on him earlier in the fucking show, and I did not mean to do that. But that's exactly what I want you to do. I want you to share the CD with people, tell them about it. And I'll go ahead and do this. I don't usually pimp for this. If you want to leave an iTunes review of the CD, that would be great, because I'll tell you what, universally, they've been fantastic. People have gone and they've loved CD reviews, and I do appreciate that very much. And I guess I kind of need that stuff for people to see, because if there's anybody who I have to try to influence them and get me on the podcast, I got to give them a copy of the CD, and they have to see that I have support. And I don't know. You know how the game is played. I don't. I keep it indie with Mike Schmidt. But in the huge conglomerate, if I want to throw myself into the gears of the machine, I have to have support and backing and things to point at that prove that I do what I'm doing, and that I know what I'm doing, and that I'm good at it. So the fact that you're reviewing the CD on iTunes is fantastic, and I do appreciate it. And also, by the way, if you didn't like it, you can, if you want to put that on iTunes, go ahead. But I mean, you don't have to lie. I mean, and nobody has to go, because a lot of cool people put up some stuff right away, and I kind of knew, I'm like, oh man, are they just doing that because they like me and they like the show and they want me to succeed? And I guess that shouldn't bother me. I shouldn't fucking care about it. But honestly, I just want to make sure that I want you to like it, man. It's important to me that you like it. I like that you buy it, but I really want you to like it. And I'd love that you could tell people. It'd be nice if somebody else could pick it up, and I could wind up on other shows and promoting it, and get a whole new wave of sales. And pretty soon, folks, I can leave you and this bullshit show behind. Strike that. Can we take that back? Take that last part back?
Why? It's funny.
I'm joking.
I actually looked at you like, what?
No, that was a classic. Oh wow, was that out loud? It was like a different version of that. But thank you for being so readily willing to fucking help me out.
I'm like, what? I'm tired.
I don't blame you. You're hungry. You're tired. You've been juicing. It's warm in here. It was 99 today, and I wore jeans. Why did I wear jeans, folks? You know why? Because I fit in them. That's fucking why. Sure, clap, clap. So again, like I said, go to the Joe Business page, and all that stuff is available for you to purchase. Big Angry is there. The CD is working and lurking, and purchase it. Oh, and I talk about the UN of Evil. New people, that's a bunch of my friends from when I was a kid. And Jim O'Donnell is a good friend of the show, my friend Jimmy O. And he put on, I don't care his name, he's out there. But on Facebook, he wrote, hey, I'm at Best Buy, and I'm getting help. And the guy said he's a listener of your show. And I blew his mind by telling him I was a member of the UN of Evil. And I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. The fact that people are meeting the UN of Evil now, that's just, it's like... They have no idea. Like when Jimmy came to see me in Detroit, and I'm like, hey, that's Jim O'Donnell. He's actually a member of the UN of Evil. Clap, clap, clap. People clap for my jackass friends from my childhood. Awesome. That's all I wanted to get into this business for. I don't give a fuck about money or fame or celebrity. I just want people to clap for my friends from high school. That's fucking hysterical. Let's talk about live shows, folks. Let's talk about live, in-person appearances and shows. I have those coming up right now. If you go to Brown Paper Tickets, you can search my name. You can search all sorts of stuff and find out that I am coming to your town or some town near you. And I can tell you right now, nobody's buying tickets to some of these shows, but that's okay. It's early, I think. Is it early? It's far too late to be early. September 28th, folks. I am in Austin, Texas at the Cold Town Theater. I've sold some tickets to Austin, so I'm excited about that. Austin, Texas, September 28th at the Cold Town Theater. Show, I think, starts at like 6:30 or something like that. It's on the website, but go to brownpapertickets.com, and that will have all the information there for you. There's a new show. I announced it on Facebook, but now I'm announcing it here on this particular podcast because I forget that people, on Facebook, you just think everybody's there, but not everybody's there. Not everybody uses iTunes. Some people get me through Stitcher and all different stuff. So I will tell you this right now, October 19th at the Jewel Box Theater at the Rendezvous in Seattle, Washington, folks. Coming back to Seattle. I was there 2 years ago. 3 years ago? 3 years ago. 2 years ago? I don't know. I was there and I was great. And actually in this very same venue. So Seattle is excited. October 19th. I'm coming there. It's a Saturday night. Let's all buy tickets to that and churn out and see me talk about Seattle and rain. And brownpapertickets.com has all of those tickets for you. And also, like I said before, I am going to be in Green Bay, Wisconsin on November 2nd, Saturday, November 2nd. Buy some tickets, folks. That would be great because I'm going to be in town. And again, it's the last Saturday of my life because the following Monday, I'm going to the Monday Night Football game between the Bears and the Packers. And I'm actually going to the stadium. And Catfight Jill is my protection. She's my bodyguard when I'm there. And I told her, I go, hey, I don't think I'm going to wear my Bears jersey. I don't think it's a smart idea. And she's like, come on, that'll be fine. You got to wear it. And I'm like, you just want to punch somebody, don't you? That's it. She just wants to fucking hit someone. Catfight Jill. Although I've seen her mad. Like I said, she buries herself in her phone. I mean, I don't know if she's going to be there to fucking defend me. Who knows? But she'll have like 12 Packer jerseys on, so I think I'm safe. Like if something happens, I'll just take one of hers, even though she's like 5'0". I'll wear it on my arm. I'll wear it on my arm like an armband. See, I have a Packer armband, but a Bear jersey. All right. But she did. She busted my balls. She's like, no, you have to wear the jersey. And I'm like, yeah, but I heard like it's a thing. And she's like, no, fuck, who cares? It'll be fine. And I'm like, this might be a plot, an ambush. I have no idea. But Catfight Jill's on the case. If anything bad happens to me, fucking blame her. And, I know what I wanted to say. I wanted to thank a lot of the fans from overseas who bought the CD. And then I put together the international shipping and I realized that it was going to be kind of a prohibitive thing. And so I changed the price point because it was $15 all across the board. And a bunch of people bought it at $15. And then I had to add the other $8 on for the shipping once I found out how much it costs me. And a ton of people who bought the CD from overseas then donated $8 through PayPal, which is incredible. And he did not have to do that. It was very nice of them. Helen Drew did it, who's a terrific fan of the show. I can't run down everybody that did it, but all of you that did it, thank you very much. It was a great idea. People in Canada, people in England, everybody stepped up, and I do appreciate it. But I want to single one person out who I don't think I mentioned. Well, I didn't mention Helen on Facebook. It was my fault. I missed it. But our friend Ron Wood, who I mentioned earlier in the show, and I was going to say this then, he donated shipping costs for a bunch of people. I don't want to get into an amount or anything like that, but he stepped up and just sent a large donation and said, yeah, that'll cover like a bunch of people, right? And it was so cool of him to do that. And he's a fan. Like I said, he's been trying to get me to England, and I would love to be there. I would love to go. Helen has been trying. Other people have been very interested. It just, my life fell apart. So it kind of, that's one of the reasons why, Karen bailed, is because I was like, I'm going to go to England. You stay here. You know what I mean? It just none of that went over very well. So, But eventually I will make it work because I want to go there. And I'm hoping, like, part of me wants to get the CD to somebody over there who, like a theater owner who would hear it and think about bringing me for a run. I don't know how it works. But that's something I would love to do. So anybody with any ideas in that way, send it to me. Because again, we keep it indie with Mike Schmidt. I don't have a fucking person. I got me, and then I make Lily be me sometimes. So my landlady saw me naked today. It was an accident. I will tell you this: it was clearly an accident. But I got home from the gym, and when I get home from the gym, folks, I'm fucking geeked up, and I got adrenaline. I'm so excited. Other than the fact that I have autographed shoulder and the fucking driving neck, I got a fritzy shoulder. All right, so. But I get home and I have to take my clothes off right away because you can wring out all of my clothes, my shirt, my shorts, everything, socks even. You can wring them out. Because that treadmill is no joke. And I go hard on it, and I go for almost 3 miles, and then when I leave the gym, I get stared at constantly because people, they must think I'm going to die. I must look like I'm going to pass out, even though I'm all gassed up. But I'm soaked, like I'm covered, and it concerns people. So I get home, I walk in, and the first thing I do is I got to take my clothes off. So I lock there's a screen door that I lock because it's hot here. So I leave the inside door open, but I lock the screen door, but it's open. But the blinds are closed. So if you're going to see me you're going to see my cock, you're going to see it through the screen door. So good for you. That's a 1 in a million chance. You got to be parked in front of the screen door in order to see me. If you just walk by, you're just like, whoa, naked fat blur, and then I'm gone. I fucking disappear. I'm gone quick. But if you camp out at the fucking screen door, of course you're going to see me. It's going to happen. But nobody ever camps out at the screen door. Cut to today, I get home and it's funny. I still have my earbuds in when I listen with my iPod Shuffle, so I have to get undressed while that's hanging off of me. So I fucking pull the wet shirt off me like a wetsuit, and it's unstuck, and then I hang it over the shower rod, and then I take the shorts off and I hang them, and underwear, socks, and I have to. In that brief moment, I have to go from the bathroom into the bedroom to grab a pair of shorts to wear in the house. And again, like I said, 1,000,000 to 1 chance that anybody would be camped out in front of the screen door while I did my naked dash from one room to the next. So I take off the shirt and I hang it over the shower rod, and then I take off the shorts, and I take off the underwear, and I take off the shoes and the socks. I will tell you this: sometimes I leave the shoes and socks on. I just go straight naked with shoes and socks on before I get in the shower, walk around the house, before I get to my shorts. Now, I'm sure there are some of you out there right now saying, why wouldn't he bring his shorts into the bathroom with him? Then I don't get the thrill of being naked for 5 seconds, folks. So I get undressed, and I'm standing there, and I'm naked. And I will tell you this. I do make a concession to my nudity. All right. I don't have shorts on, but I am naked. And literally, the bathroom is right next to the bedroom. It's one step. 2 steps. I have to step into the hallway and then step into the bedroom to grab the shorts. So what I will do is I will reach down and just grab a handful of what I don't want anybody to see.
Oh my God.
And just make my way into the bedroom super quick. Because, I mean, in my opinion, again, if I'm moving super fast, you would have to be camped in front of the door. It's 1,000,000 to 1 shot, folks. But still, in a concession to that 1,000,000 to 1 shot, I will grab a handful of what I've got, and do that. Or sometimes I will do this. I will tell you, I will hold a magazine in front of me or a book in that area. Now I'm a big dude, all right. I'm not everywhere, but a book can do the job. But then the rest of me is like crazy naked. But I've got a book. So today I went the book route. Anthony Bourdain, probably disappointed to find out that he's being used in this capacity, but I always make sure to face him out. Because he's on the cover. I don't want to, this is terrible. Because again, you know me, I'm the guy who won't throw away string because I think it's sad. So I have the book and he's facing out because I don't want him, he's like, in his mind, what's that cock? It's brutal. And he'd probably try to cook it. Because the guy eats a bunch of strange shit. I think he's actually eating cock. He eat like sheep cock or something. So I have Bourdain, and I will not lie. I turned around, and we did a ton of working out today. We did a bunch of curls, and we did presses and flies and tries, and then leg work, and I did squats. And so I turned around, and yes, I flexed in the mirror. But it's better than doing it at the gym, folks. You can't flex at the gym, but when you get home, because again, things are changing, and I like to see that things are changing. Like I'm getting round biceps again, which went away for a while, and I have cheekbones again, and other things are being uncovered that I have that have been hidden for a while. So I turn around and I look, and I just fucking I fucking throw up a flex. And I don't do a pose down, folks. I'm not in a fucking, I don't squat down into a fucking like Charles Atlas with the arm in the air and the fucking left curl. I just literally throw up the arms and and look in the mirror. And then I grab the book and I turn around and I walk into the hallway, and standing, camped out at the screen door, 1,000,000-to-1 shot, folks, is the manager of my building delivering my new Bluetooth that had to come because my old Bluetooth died. And you would think when I saw somebody, because I tell you what, this has happened to me before. I've talked about it on the show. One time, I had the blinds open, and I was completely naked, and I went to walk, and somebody came down the stairs and looked in, and what did I do? I belly flopped, remember, right onto the floor, and I just laid there completely naked as they walked by and just looked at my ass, because, I mean, it's literally, I'm still naked. But this time, I snuck, because it's 2 steps. So I take the 1 step in the hallway, and I look out of because in the corner of my eye, I saw a movement, and I went, oh no, 1,000,000-to-1 shot about to pay off. And I look up, and there's my my landlady just standing there holding an envelope, looking right at me, just directly at me. And you would think that would make me put a little pep in my step. You would think that let me hustle. You would think that would make me jump into the bedroom. Guess what I did, folks? I fucking froze. Froze, statue-like, in the hallway, book strategically placed. And are you thinking to yourself, well, did he freeze because he was scared? Sort of. Did he freeze because he wanted her to see his round biceps and new triceps? Perhaps that came up into play. But I froze. I froze like fucking Quentin Tarantino, John Travolta, and Samuel L. Jackson in the Bonnie situation as they're moving the body and Bonnie walks in. I just just this gasp as I probably even flitted my hand out like a florist, and I had a book covering my cock, and I was like, and froze and looked at her, and she just looked, and it was the coldest fucking move ever, just the most gangster thing. She didn't go, oh my heavens, stars and garters. She literally looked, and then she bent over and she put the envelope against the screen door and just turned around and did like a Hitchcock walk away. Didn't acknowledge it, didn't say anything, didn't blink. Because again, new triceps, but still. And I sat there, I'm still frozen in the hallway, book in front of my cock. And for just a fleeting second, I thought about going naked to get the Bluetooth. Because that's expensive, folks. That's over $130 out there in an envelope for anybody to fucking steal. And I'm sure I could take 1 step and put a pair of shorts on, but why would I take the risk? I'm human lunch meat. I'm nobody. I'm baloney in pants. God damn it. Why do I think I'm somebody special? Why do I think I'm anybody interesting? I'm not. All I bring to the table is everything that everybody else does, but louder. Don't hit snooze on me, motherfucker. I am a hilarious noise machine. I'm going to tell you this. You need to sit down and reevaluate your life if you can pull 2 midget Indian wrestlers out of your skull at any time. You know what? I don't even need you people here. Seriously, I do this. I love me. I don't give a fuck what you think, how you think. God damn it, I'm the greatest. I can't go for Schmidt. No, no. No can do. 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 No can do.